Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? I'm just gonna get started today because yeah, we're running late. We're running late for reasons. Let's get it going. How we doing, man? Welcome. It's good to see ya. Hopefully you can hear me all good. Guys, as well, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like the stream. It's very much appreciated. If you haven't as well, checked out the video I uploaded earlier. You should check it out, guys. Let me know your thoughts in regards to what we were talking about in that video. Yeah, man. It's been one of them days today, you know? One of them days, you know, when you're just like, man, you know, everything just keeps going wrong. You're like, I think I should just go back to bed to save the day, kind of thing. You know, I may as well. Things can only get worse from here. It's just been one of those annoying ones. It's been one of those annoying ones. That's why we're late for the stream. I uploaded my video earlier. YouTube seems to be doing this at the moment. Every single day, it seems, well, I'll say every single day. Like 6-7 times out of 10, shall we say, it's happening. So I upload my video, get everything sorted, all the metadata's in, video's ready to go. It gets to the bit where it's uploaded and it starts to process the video, basically. And it will just stall to the point where it's like sometimes taking multiple hours to process the video, which should usually get done in, you know, maximum 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the length of the video. Like, it just keeps doing it, when I upload a video now, where it's like 50 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours, and it's just like, what? So then what I'll do is I'll leave that video processing, upload the video again, and then before that's even gone a few more percent, the video's uploaded, processed, checked, completed, ready to go. So I'm having to like double upload, quite a few times a week at the moment, and then just delete the first one before, I make it live. Fucking annoying. So that's one of the reasons why we're a little bit late today, because that took the actual piss. And also, new roadworks have popped up, because there's like, by me at the moment, I swear to God, the council are on the take from one of the local companies that deal with the roadworks. You know, some money's passing hands, man. Some palms are getting greased, because every single day, new roadworks pop up. I'll take a diversion to try and cut out the time. Roadworks there. Diversion, all right, let's take another diversion. Roadworks there. Insane, absolutely insane. Rosie was looking on one of the pages, I think, on Facebook for like the local area in regards to that sort of stuff, and there's loads of people complaining about it. Absolutely insane, man. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I'm telling you now that the council are corrupt. I've got no evidence for this, but I believe it. I swear to God, 9 times out of 10, they're never working on the roadworks. They just pop up. They stay like it for weeks, and then they disappear, and it's like, you know, when were they coming to work on that? In the middle of the night? Which is, they're not. So God knows what they're supposed to be doing, but it's been absolute pain recently in regards to the roadworks. Doing my head in. Absolutely doing my head in. But anyway, enough of the moaning. How's everybody doing, man? We good? It's good to see you. Jamie Wonga, welcome to the stream, guys. Hello. How we doing? So yeah. That's why we're a little bit late today. So obviously it's going to be a short stream. Because we're going to get on to play a little bit of Wua. There's a couple of videos I wanted to check out. Well, there's at least one video I wanted to check out. And I did want to check out a couple of posts in the Reddit as well. Hold up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a couple of posts I wanted to check out in the Reddit. And there's a video that we might try and check out as well. Man, do you know what's been a pain recently? Don't get me wrong, absolutely love Renacita. We're in a moan one today, guys. We're venting, okay? We're venting. Absolutely love Renacita, right? But man, the echo farming, we'll get there in the end. Bear with me. We'll get the words out. They'll come to me. It's such a bitch. Oh my God. Yesterday, and the day before, I probably spent, I don't know how long, a decent amount of time trying to farm a Glacio main stat, and I probably got it 4 times, and then obviously terrible rerolls. Anytime I got it, it was on a fucking Spectro set, because, you know, why not? Why not? Why would I want a Glacio damage bonus on a Glacio set, right? Who could want that? That'd be silly to want that, wouldn't he? So, yeah, the lack of getting Glacio as a main stat at the minute is just insane for me. Like, anybody knows when it comes to substats anyway, mod looks terrible. Seems to have gone on to the main stats now. But I don't think I'm the only one. I've been seeing some other people talking about it, actually. So, I guess my torment is not a long torment, shall we say. Because other people are having issues as well. But yeah, man, it's annoying. It's annoying. I'm not going to lie. Struggling to get Glacio main stat, and then obviously getting absolutely shit on in the substat rerolls, man. It's a rough time. It is a rough time. But how are we doing, guys? We good? Are we good, are we? Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. I was just checking some messages. You good? That's good to hear, dude. That's good to hear. So yeah, it's been one of them days. It's been one of them days, like I say. I think I was better off just like being like, you know what? Scratch it today. We're just gonna get some work done. We're just gonna get some work done. But I was like, no. We're gonna stick to it. We're gonna get live. But YouTube didn't want that to happen today. Oh yeah, as well, not only did that happen with the uploads, like, because I use my restream relay to just relay the chat, basically. We're not streaming through restream because obviously it adds a delay that I hate, so you guys can see each other talking on Twitch and YouTube. Just refused to connect today. He just kept saying the stream had ended. It's like, no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. And then when I managed to get it to see that it hadn't ended, it was just refusing to add it to the chat. It was just, oh my god. So you can tell it's been one of them days for me, man. Lots of, you know, just when it's like those small, like, you know, 1,000 paper cuts kind of thing. Just bludgeon me over the head, man, and get it done with, please. You know? Alright then. It's good to see you though, guys. We're back at it, back on the grind. I didn't stream yesterday. I wanted to get some bits and pieces done, but we did get a video uploaded as well, so you should check that out. Also uploaded a video today, guys. If you want to go and check it out, you're more than welcome to. It is the pinned comment in the chat if you want to have a look. Also, shout out to everybody who watched the video that we loaded on Sunday, I believe it was. That's just touched 5k views with a 96% like ratio as well, which is pretty freaking decent. So shout out to everybody who checked that out, who watched it, gave it some watch time, gave it a like, and interacted with it. It's very much appreciated, guys. Very much appreciated. Alright, should we just get straight into things today? I think we're best to get straight into things today because we're running late, so we may as well get to it. We've got a couple of things we want to look at, and as I say, I do want to check out. There is a couple of, where are they? There is a couple of videos I wanted to check out as well. Give me a second here. Hold up. Where are we? Okay. I do want to check out this video from Haven and Antares, a GTA-inspired anime RPG information deep dive project Mugen. We might get around to watching that. It's an older video, so I don't think there's going to be anything new there, but I did want to check it out. And then there was a video, The Failures of Natlan, and that's another older video, but it was also, you know, I'm interested in it, actually, because somebody who hasn't played Natlan, kind of curious to see what the deal is, you know, because it doesn't seem like it went down that big of a treat, did it? For any of the Genshin players out there, you'll have to let me know. Has it fell flat? Has it fell flat? Yo, Neil, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. So, yeah, I don't know if to check out this video as well from Connor's thoughts. Because at the minute, I gotta say, like, hold up. Where is it? Let me get the video first. Let me get the video first, okay? Let me get the video.
The Gacha.
Alright. Bring this over here. Switch scenes. Ta-da! Like magic, right? Like magic. Let me pause this music as well. Right, yeah, so, like, obviously, I can't dive into this discussion, argument, debate, because I don't really play Star Rail anymore. Not that I'll care to, because I feel like this has just kind of gone on a little bit too long now. Like, the arguing of semantics in regards to what people consider power creep. This is one of those things where I feel like people just are disagreeing on a fundamental thing. Now, it's fair enough to, like, you know, disagree. I get that, and people to, like, have rebuttals and stuff. I just feel like this is starting to go on a little bit too long now, and it's kind of like, okay, all right, whatever. You know, Mr. Pokey doesn't see an issue with how Star Rail is at the minute. Some people do. It's done. But it seems to keep trundling on at the moment. So I'm kind of curious to see what Connor's got to say here. Because he did jump into a Discord call, I think with Captain Cabinets, VXV Fiction, Mr. Pokey, and I think Ethan as well. And those guys kind of like ganked Mr. Pokey, basically. They were all on the one side and Mr. Pokey was on the other. And they had a pretty civil conversation anyway. Not that they were attacking him or anything. And basically, they all put forward their viewpoint. But Mr. Pokey hasn't changed his viewpoint. Now, you know, they kind of gave a little bit of ground here and there, but, like, the dude still believes what he believes. So, to me, I'm like, yeah, it's just kind of over now. You know what I mean? I don't know why people keep going at it, because it's done. You know, dude's got his opinion. I think it's best just to kind of, like, you know, let it roll, like, you know what I mean? So, let's hop into this video and see what he's got to say. The argument I wish I made. Hey, Biggs, I don't want to be a boo-boo on your knee, but you misspelled Arknights. We'll sort that to me. Don't worry about it.
Community has been at war recently, arguing about power creep in Honkai Star Rail. And you know what, your boy actually even had a brief opportunity to kind of give some of my piece and take part in it, but I got to admit something, it wasn't as great as it could have been. And I want to do a little bit of a retrospective as to why that is, where things have gone to, and what I think this means overall for the community, how we talk about things moving forward. So,
you know what, let me re-roll this, actually. Let me re-roll this. Let's do a little pull up the tune. Let's go.
The Gacha community has been at war recently, arguing about power creep in Honkai Star Rail.
See, I don't think they have, personally. I don't know, maybe they have, but I just feel like the one person's got a viewpoint on it and everybody's kind of like just saying, you're fucking wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, Mr. Pokey likes to poke the bear sometimes. Yeah, man, I feel like this is a conversation that's just seriously dead now, and it should just, like, let's just move on, you know? Mr. Pokey's got a viewpoint, done, you know? Sometimes I feel like there's this desperate need to, again, I do want to say, you know, I'm here for all the discussions, definitely. We should be always critiquing people, especially in this predatory space. I agree with that. But I do feel like sometimes there's this desire to change people's opinion, or at least to prove to oneself and your community that you were correct in what you stated. And I think sometimes it's like, who cares, you know? Honestly, who cares?
And you know what, your boy actually even had a brief opportunity to kind of give some of my piece and take part in it, but I got to admit something, it wasn't as great as it could have been. And I want to do a little bit of a retrospective as to why that is, where things have gone to, and what I think this means overall for the community, how we talk about things moving forward. So let's give a little bit of context for those of you.
And I will just, like, add an addendum to what I've said. As I said, I do believe we should talk about these things, you know? I'm not one of these people that's, because we're having discussions and debates and critical viewpoints of each other's thought process and opinions, that it means it's drama. You know, I just think sometimes it's clear that somebody has a stance and they're not going to budge from it. And you just don't need to change their mind, you know? It's not one of those, what is it, what is his name? Michael Crowder or whatever his name is, change my mind, you know? And I think it's clear from the multiple discussions that have kind of happened now with Mr. Pokey, dude's got a viewpoint. Whether he's right or wrong, dude's got a viewpoint. And I just feel like it's just not going to be changed. You know what I mean? Even though seems like it's the majority of people who disagree with him. And that's fair to do. That's fair to do. As I said, though, it just feels like it's kind of dragging on a little bit now, like, you know what I mean?
of you who might be a little bit confused. A lot of this originally spurred off because Mr. Pokey had made some takes on Twitter about power creep, saying that Honkai Star Rail does not have a power creep problem, but that players have a greed and stupidity problem. This spurred into a bunch of Twitter discourse, people arguing with Mr. Pokey about his take, him defending his take, and a lot of just really going back and forth online, which then...
The fundamental fact, though, which I will say, what Mr. Pokey said there, players do have a greed, and some players have a stupidity issue as well, but there is definitely a greed in the players. At the end of the day, that's exactly what these games, thrive to manipulate, don't they? You know, the greed innate in us as players, in the desperate want to get everything, the FOMO, we get the fear of missing out from that little voice at the back of our head saying, well, I've got to have it all kind of thing. Now, it might not always be so strong in everybody and people will be pick and choose, but that's how these games work, don't they? You know what I mean? I do disagree, though, like I said, that it's the player's fault, because at the end of the day, the game is designed with a lot of psychological traps within them that pay a lot of money in R&D to get us. So, you can't really blame the player for those innate things that are in humans anyway. But at the same time, as players, we've got to have that responsibility to be like, wait, but it doesn't change the fact that these systems can be shitty and can be worked in such a way that kind of fucks us, doesn't it, really? Again, I don't want to talk specifics because I haven't played the game for a while. But like I said, man, I just feel like we're at a point now. We're at an impasse, you know what I mean? We're at an impasse that this conversation's mainly come down to now Mr. Pokey's opinion, really. And I don't think it's going to change. And I think that's it. It's cool. That's his opinion. Even if you think it's wrong, dude's got that opinion, and it's just let, what is it? Let sleeping dogs lie. Is that what the saying is? Is he? Have I just butchered that? I think it is, right?
Yeah, that's right, opportunity for a conversation. I was then invited by my friend Captain Cabinets along.
It's not really about power creep, it's more about the fact that Pokey says he has not. Oh, I agree with that. But I watched this video, not this one he's looking at here, I think. No, is it? Yeah, I watch this video, and this was literally almost 2 hours of people arguing semantics of their viewpoints on the minutiae of power creep and what it means to individual players and what's considered power creep and what he got a little bit like, well, he got really reductive and kind of redundant after a while. It was just like it was just this, you know what I mean? And it was totally polite and cordial conversation, but it was just, it just got to a point where it was just like, we're at an impasse here. I feel like this is just a conversation that we just agree to disagree and move on. It just feels like people don't want to agree to disagree anymore, and they want to keep, making the point that somehow that they've got it, that Pokey's going to bend at some point. Maybe he will, because he has just restarted the game as a free-to-play character, and this might take a little bit of time to kick in, because he had a conversation with Saint and Tectone yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. So, hey, he might change his mind. He might actually change his mind. But I've got a strong feeling that he might not as well,
Along with Ethan and another content creator, VXV Fiction, to sit down and have a conversation with Mr. Pokey where we were going to go to war and we were going to, argue our takes about what was going on. And I must say, it was a bit of a mess, okay? We went in there, I think there was a lot of core issues with how it was structured, and I'm not throwing blame at anyone there, but I think that was the reason why it wasn't as effective as it could have been, because I came in with
It did need somebody to kind of like, a neutral party to kind of, allow the conversation to direct the conversation, so to say. Because like I said, it just kind of went on for a long time, and it was just like, this is just like, it felt like moot points constantly, you know what I mean?
With a different set of argumentation and the point that I was trying to prove, where Ethan was arguing something different from me, and Cap and VXV were also arguing different things. Like, for example, V was arguing more so around, the choice of language that Mr. Pokey used with calling someone stupid or greedy and that just being antagonistic. I was arguing more from like a functional standpoint, in that power creeping the 1.0 characters is just cut and dry, feels bad, and it's kind of changed the expectation of the player. So you get the idea. We were all arguing arguing different things. What this then allowed for over the course of this conversation is we could never really nail anything down. Anytime one of us would kind of go down a line of argumentation with Mr. Pokey, for example, me trying to bring up like him making the argument that memory of chaos clears are becoming.
I think fundamentally, though, this is the problem that sometimes when you have these I don't want to say arguments, but, you know, they were obviously, as you said, trying to argue the points. But these discussions when you've got multiple people against one person, because inevitably, you know, the one person makes a point and you got 4 people trying to rebuttal that point, and it just becomes a mess, you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like these conversations would have done better if people had have had a section that have all hopped into Discord together, and then it was like, right, 10 minutes with Ethan, 10 minutes with Connor, 10 minutes with VXV, 10 minutes with Captain Cabinets. But the kind of all just, you know, we're going into like the thought process was so all over the place. This is why I said I felt like it was just like, all right, let's just forget about it now, right? You know, dude's got an opinion, that's it, it's done kind of thing.
So much easier because there's more variety of characters, and so there's more opportunity to make the clears, and you have more tools in your tool belt to make that happen. I then countered his argument by talking more so about, well, let's look at the clear statistics, and it was all the newer meta characters anyway. But then as soon as I got down to that point, we derailed and flipped to another line of argumentation. We weren't able to actually land and come to any conclusions on anything.
Yeah, I must admit, like, a few times he made some points, and it was just like, it was really like, you know, it was like a curveball, wasn't he? Yeah, that exactly derailed it. That's a perfect word. Like, you know, the conversation seemed like it was hyper focusing a little bit. They were getting to some points where they could actually, you know, have some discourse over a particular thing, and then it just go whoom, derailed off west totally, and you know, it was all lost again. Hey Daniel, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I definitely felt like it should have been a little bit more of a, you know, allow people to have a talk with Pokey, them have a little back and forth, and then maybe bring somebody else into the conversation kind of thing, you know what I mean? But like it was all at once, wasn't it? So it was. I must admit, I watched majority of it from Ethan's point of view, and I did watch a bit from Pokey's point of view, and I was just like, this was pointless. This was
over the course of that process.
It really was.
And of course, as a result, you know, the feedback from the community was a little bit mixed in that we just went in circle for 3.5 hours. And while I definitely had fun doing it, I know a lot of people didn't feel like we accomplished much. So I think there's something to be learned there, that if you are going to have a conversation like this, it needs to be a little bit better structured. You need to have more of a focus. Instead of it being 4v1, it felt more like 4 1v1s all happening at the same time, if that makes sense, which just didn't prove to be very effective. So
this kind of guy was making good points, and yeah, Connor makes exceptionally good points. He's very calm and calculated in how he tries to voice what he's thinking about. I like that. Ethan's very good at it as well, you know. And not to say that Captain isn't even, or V, when he just, it's like any conversation when you got multiple people and you're trying to you know, have a bit of discourse about something. Yo, Daniel, thank you very much for becoming a member, bro. Welcome, bro. Welcome. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate ya. How you doing, man? Appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much. Welcome to the pro sub. But yeah, like, again, not to take away from those, you know, Captain or V in their regards to be able to make points. It's just like you say, it just, it all just got lost in the sauce, didn't it, man? It all got lost in the sauce. It felt like everybody was arguing a different argument. And it was just like, it just become a cacophony of noise in the end, almost.
As a result,
thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate you.
Conversation with Mr. Pokey.
Thank you.
We called the video. I had to punish him. Things got serious, and where the two of them sit down and have a conversation around power creep. This conversation, honestly, I thought was fine. The reason being, I think Tectone had a clear objective here for what he was trying to talk about with Mr. Pokey.
Have you heard about Huyo's massive what? Massive what? What's going on, K-Blaze? I have heard that they got rid of one of the lead writers for Genshin. Apparently, yeah. Oh, they fired more employees. So it wasn't just one of the writers. Oh, wow. Interesting. Again, hey, is that just another example of the winding down of Genshin, in my opinion? You know? or is it for other reasons? Maybe we'll look into that a little bit later. Actually, I'm curious to see why. Is it just a symptom of the game passing its peak now and everything's set for the twilight of the game, so to speak, or is it because of something else? It's more worse than banning players. The Tech Time call was also kind of pointless, but the Saintos call was really good. Yes, I did watch. I didn't watch it in its entirety, and I must admit I was kind of doing other things at the same time. But I did watch that one, and that seemed like it was a lot better of a conversation. As I said, I feel like the conversation should have just kind of ended there, because they got to a point at the end where Pokey was like, all right, whatever, I'll do a free-to-play account. And then, Saint was like, it might take a while for those issues to kick in for you. And I agree. So, I think that was it then. Conversation's done, and it's best to wait now to see what happens on his free-to-play journey and see if he actually changes his mind. Because I think that's the best way to see if he has a different opinion now, isn't he? Because it's obvious that Pokey's got his opinion, whether it comes from the fact that he has doesn't understand the plight of the free-to-play player, shall we say, or the new player. I think the best way for him to understand it is to go toil the land, isn't it, really? And no matter how many people keep telling him it's rough out on these streets, I think until he goes out onto the streets, he's not really going to see it. So I think that was I think that was the best conversation. Again, I didn't see this Tech Time video initially, but I did see that one, and I felt like that was at least got somewhere, didn't he? Yo, Stutzer, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream.
Pokey, he managed to talk about that idea and then move on. So, for example, a lot of people wanted him to be going much harder onto Mr. Pokey. They wanted him to tear him apart for his disconnected take. That's not what Tectone set out to do. He wasn't in there trying to do that. He was in there just to make sure that we understood that the blame is not to be put on the players. And look, credit where credit is due. They definitely did come to the conclusion, and I think agreement between the two parties.
I think it's more like Pokey fails to acknowledge that people don't want to be forced to pull for X, Y, or Z. Oh, yeah, but I think that comes from the fact that Pokey is a content creator for the game and makes a decent amount of money. So he's going to be pulling for everybody, whether or not, isn't he? So, I think his experience, I guess, from, his gilded throne, shall we say, it's not the same. You can sit in a seat of privilege. I hate using that word because it's overused nowadays, and try and empathize with the peasantry, can't you? But until you experience it, you can't really understand it, can you? If that makes sense. But yeah, I agree.
That while power creep is very much Hoyoverse's fault and is instigated and implemented by Hoyoverse, players can then mitigate power creep by pulling responsibly and pulling for the characters that are going to be most effective for their account. That's kind of where the conversation ended. And a lot of people were feeling kind of upset that they didn't go further into, okay, now that we've established that, we can now talk more about why power creep is having issues in Honkai Star Rail, but instead that's where the conversation ended. This led to some other instigation from the community, calling out Tectone, saying that he's going too soft on Mr. Pokey, and saying a lot of, I would say, pretty rude crap to him pretty directly. This also then resulted in him dropping another video where he dropped.
I did partially watch this video as well. Again, I was kind of doing other things, so I wasn't listening wholeheartedly.
The video, I'm disappointed, which is him kind of addressing his community, those in his community, for saying that he's not being more antagonistic or going hard enough on Mr. Pokey. I think it's being a little unreasonable by the community to expect that of him, because let's be real here for a second. If you're in an argument with your friend, especially on a public platform like this, and there's no real animosity between the two of you, no one's being an outright a-hole to each other or anything like that, you're not going to go out of your way to torch your friend if it's undeserving for them to be torched. And so I don't blame anybody, or I don't blame Tectone for not going hard.
Yeah, of course. And as well, I think sometimes we just have to accept, even, obviously, I get it, you can definitely disagree with people. I do it all the time. But I think sometimes you have to get to a point in a conversation, whether it's with a friend or with a total stranger or with somebody you don't even like, and just accept that we have a differing opinion. You have to get to that point, don't you, where you say, let's agree to disagree and just move on from the situation. Because otherwise you just go around in circles, don't you? Now you can get that person in a gotcha, if you will, to make people feel better about it. But if they're not going to change their opinion and they're not going to come to that table, so to speak, I just think it's kind of redundant, personally. I think this is the best way though. Now, you know, Mr. Pokey doing this free to play account. I think that's the way forward, man. It's the way forward.
Harder on Mr. Pokey. Like, I think it was 100%.
I am really interested to see what happens with it, though. You know, if he does get to the point where he's like, oh, okay, shit. All right. I might have been a little bit hasty in my opinions here, guys. You know, it's kind of harsh nowadays.
Prior to that video, he did release another video, which was a VOD of There Was a Disagreement, and this was finally an opportunity for Saint Tontes and Mr. Pokey to get in a call together, kind of semi-moderated by Tectone, where they were able to address power creep. Now,
Mr. Pokey doesn't care about Unity, pulls more for 100% for meta. Yeah. Or be a contrarian about it. Yeah, it could be. Well, Curry's really more generous. Yeah. Well, I think Wuthering Waves is more generous than Star Rail and Genshin. Zenless on Zero's really generous, actually. Like, I've been getting back into Zenless again. Last couple of days, I've been playing offline. And I've got myself, you know, I've stacked up already, like, I want to say 1,500 polychromes, a couple of pulls, a couple of standard pulls, you know, just going through a bit of content. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got a lot of backed up content, so there is that as well. You know, yeah, man, Wuthering Waves is incredibly generous, I think. We are at a point, though, you know, look at what we're getting now, Carlotta to ZZZ, you know, best in slot with the character, so you're going to be in a position where it's like either, and not both. You know, they are more generous, but we are starting to get into that, and that's only going to, you know, continue, really. But yeah, definitely more generous than something like Genshin or Star Rail, for sure. But I think we always have to accept at the end of the day, you were always going to get to, I suppose, a hard choice in a gacha game, aren't you? You know, if you're free to play, it's just you're just going to come to a wall where it's like, I've got to make a decision here. Who do I want more? You know, which is going to benefit me. You know, if you're end game kind of character player, which is better for the account. If you're a waifu enjoyer, which is better for the fucking endorphins. You know what I mean? So yeah, like it's the journey of every gacha gamer in every gacha game, really. You know, you're going to get to an impasse of choice, aren't you? Where you're not going to be able to have everything in the game. And I think that was fundamentally, initially, Mr. Pokey's point in regards to some people's opinions. He just butchered the point, and he was coming from a space of not really understanding the wider player base, of the idea that he was, like, you know, saying that some free-to-play players want access to everything, which is true. And it's not like I blame those players. Of course, you want access to everything. That's natural. You're like, shit, I want to get that. But if it's a free-to-play gacha game, you got to understand that you're not going to get access to everything on. You've got to accept that if you want it, you're going to have to open your wallet, or you're just going to have to skip and suck up the FOMO. You know what I mean? Lemma CC2, I always tell my viewers to pull smart in Wuthering Waves, to pull is useful for your current team and skip whatever is not useful for you. I think it's just an individual thing for me. I don't give a fuck. I like stuff that's good for my account to a degree, but at the same time, if I like the character, I'm pulling. You know what I mean? That's just the way I see it. In Wii, you can pull every banner, no problem, if you grind the game. Do you reckon? I don't know, man. I don't know when we've got these double banners and then you've got weapon banners as well. I don't know about that. Hey, maybe, but I don't know if there's enough asteroids in the game for you to be able to pull on the main banner now, the rerun banner, win your 50-50, or fail your 50-50 and get the character and then get the weapons. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, I don't know if I agree with that. I'm not guessing. I know you can 100%. Really? Yeah, weapon limit is 100%. I know that, but I have to go 70 plus pulls every single banner. Every single banner, apart from Jinsei and Jian's weapon, I've had to go 70 plus pulls. I'm a light spender, and I missed out on ZZZ's banner. You know? Only pulling character. Well, there we go. That's what I'm saying. So you can't pull on every banner then, can you? You know what I mean? You can pull on character banners. And even then, I'd argue that I think there's a lot of free-to-play players out there who grind the game. If you're talking about no lifing, maybe. But even then, I'm not too sure. Honestly, I'm not too sure. But if you say, I believe you.
Straight up and biased here. St. Tontus is a friend of mine. He's a great dude. And also, they
I just
finally...
think I think games like this are fundamentally designed in a way that makes you believe you can do that, but you can't, because it's just bad business. You know what I mean? It's just bad business.
Went into the freaking argumentation that I wanted to go down the whole time. When we did that 1v4 call, I was really wanting to go in on the meta structure and really show why the 1.0 units have been crept to the point that they're basically irrelevant entirely, and why that's a problem for the game and it's changed player expectation and why it's an issue. But I didn't get the chance to go down that line of argumentation. So the fact that that's the route that Saint went down, and Saint was really trying to focus in on this point, I gotta just admit, it made me feel really good. It made me feel really...
So I think, what was he? From this patch, was it around 60 odd pulls altogether you were going to be able to get? I think it was, when we looked at, like, you know, all the events. I don't think that was including all overworld stuff. So, like, even if you say double that, you know? I mean, bro, people was getting S6 units on full free-to-play accounts with some of the limited units. Yeah, but like that's you can't use an extreme example for the general. There's some people who like will constantly win their 50-50s. There's some people who will get more than 1 5-star in a 10 pull. You know, there's some people who will get their weapons in their first 10 pulls on a regular basis. You know what I mean? And then there's some people like Neo who's won 1 50-50 in the entirety of his playtime in the game. You know, again, it's RNG, isn't it? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. You know what? Well, I'll have to look into that. I'm not saying you're wrong, because I've got no evidence to point otherwise. But I don't know, man. I'd like to know. You know, how much you're grinding, what content you're having to clear, you know, if you're totally free to play and get access to every single character in the game, especially like now, you know, we was getting to these, maybe prior, obviously running up to this, you know, when we were just doing single banners. Yeah, no argument from me there. I think that was I think that's fair. But I think the fact now we're getting, you know, 4 banners per patch, well, 8, isn't it, really, if you take into the weapons now? There's a lot of free-to-play accounts in Reckland's Discord, man, and they get every character. I don't know, man. I'd have to see. That's something that it'd be hard to quantify at the mini, or you know, you're talking now for every single patch you're going to need to get what? To guarantee every character, you're going to be rocking 160 pulls per character for 4 characters over a patch. Yo, Noisy, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. Excellent top up for them behind the camera. The numbers are excellent on YouTube. You can get every character you've ever... Oh, yeah, that's the thing. That's exactly. You know, there's some people out there who are in the higher percentile of luck, aren't they? You know what I mean? Who, like... that's how it gets you. It's the gambling, isn't it? You know, there's some people out there who are really lucky when they get to the casino. That's why 90% of the people go broke. You know? Average 5-star pulls at 68, 69. That's if you're winning your 50-50 though, isn't it? You know? So let's say double that for a character. You know what I mean? And then times it by 4 for every patch now. You know, because we've got a character and a rerun every single banner now, haven't we? 70 soft PT. I thought it was around like 64. If you're unlucky, well, he's like perfect person in the chat right now, Demon Tech. Dude's lost every single 50-50 up until the most recent banner. I just noticed the more you pay asteroids, the more gacha makes you. Hey, you know what? I feel that because the more I've spent on this game, which I'm still a small spender, my luck's got worse and worse, and I have to go harder and harder for every single weapon banner. Like, I got Carlotta's weapon in 7 pulls this time. Do you know why? I was at fucking 71 pity. You know? I was at 71 fucking pity. And I think for the last 3 weapons, at least, I've been 71 plus at PT. Soft PT starts at 64. I thought it was. Oh, we just reacting to this video from Connor, and then we just got into a disagreement on regards to free to play being able to get access to every character in Wuthering Waves, which prior to where we're at now, I think is true. I do agree with that. You know, when we're having single banner runs, I think there was no issue, but I think we've moved into this space now. You know, where we're getting double banners. It seems like that's the thing now. Is double banners every banner, isn't it? I think that's gonna change. I don't think I think this percentage of free-to-play players getting access to everything is going to drop and drop and drop and drop. You got to be a dolphin, only guys. It's bad gacha habit. Oh yeah, do you know what? I took 200 quid onto Wuthering Waves yesterday. I haven't even used any of the asteroids yet. I'm trying to get as far into Jeji's pity as I can because I've just got this sinking feeling I'm going to lose the 50-50. Yeah, because I lost my 50-50 on Carlotta. I did get her in the end. We got a weapon. Now we're trying to get Jeji, and I want to try and get Jeji's weapon as well. So yeah. Yeah, not with the double manage. Yeah, I just don't, like, hey, I'm not saying people can't do it. I just don't see how the average free-to-play player is going to get every single character now when we got double, you know, think of the PlayStation players coming in. Those guys are fucked, really. You know? I think we go back to 1 new banner patch per patch and people catch them. Hey, if that's the case, if you do that, then I'll retract all my statements in regards to getting all the characters. Definitely. You'll have no argument from me.
Vindicated in that moment, but it was really good. And look, I listened to this whole conversation between the 3 of them, and I overall think it was a fairly productive conversation, and Saint Antes did a great job in not allowing...
I love it as well now. Saint's just Bobby Lee now. Even Tech Time was calling him Bobby Lee, you know? I love it. I love it. It's just become his thing now. Dude, he's Bobby Lee, man.
Allowing kind of the goalposts to be moved when you're talking about power creep. We're going to do a little bit of an educational moment here. When you're debating with somebody or you're arguing with somebody, you need to make sure you don't allow them to move the goalpost in the middle of an argument. Let me give you an example. If Saint Tontus over the course of the argument was able to show, hey, 1.0 characters are basically irrelevant to the game unless you pull the meta 2.0 characters, and you're able to focus in, he stays on that line of argumentation, and he's able to basically corner Mr. Pokey on that point. Mr. Pokey then attempts to shift the course of the conversation to say, well, it's not really relevant because if a player isn't pulling on meta characters anyway and only pull what they like, well then they don't care about clearing the 3 stars or getting those 80 stellar jades. But the thing is, did you see what happened there? That was never the argument. The argument was never, players care about that. The argument is, those 1.0 characters are basically irrelevant without the meta 2.0 characters. That's moving the goalpost. That's when you allow someone to walk away from a point that they've lost and in hopes of finding another point that they can actually get the win on, and you therefore trick the listener into thinking, well, then they won the first point as well. If you want to be an effective...
I think sometimes, though, that's the problem. And I get it. This is the whole point of having a debate, you know? But like, I feel like sometimes too many of these conversations about the games get into that of like, I've got to prove to the listener that, you know, I won that, you know, which, hey, that's the point, I guess, of these things. But sometimes it just becomes a little bit tiresome for me. And as I said, I get it. Mr. Pokey was defending the points he made. So, hey, You know, that's how it's got to be. I just think that that's his opinion on the game, and I just, again, apart from playing through this new account, nothing's going to change that for me with Mr. Pokey. Honestly, I just don't think it's going to change his opinion, no matter what anybody says to him. Dude's got to believe for that, and also, I think it comes from the point of he does know a lot about the game. He does, and he does know a lot of more about it than most people he's speaking to. That's a fair assumption to make. So, like, I don't think these people are going to change his mind, really, because he plays the game a lot more than them anyway. So I think he's in the whether this is right or wrong, you know, well, it's probably, I guess, it's an egotistical thing to be like, well, I know more about this, so therefore you're not going to change my mind on it. Again, this free-to-play arc is going to be the thing that changes his mind, I think, isn't he?
Arguer, and this is something that I'm striving to be better at and to doing and to having those kinds of conversations. You can't allow somebody to make that flip, and I think that was kind of like a masterclass of this argumentation. And in this VOD, if you do get a chance to go back and listen to it, that Saint does a great job in not allowing Mr. Pokey to do that. And let me be clear here as well, caveats, I love my caveats here. I have no ill will against Mr. Pokey. I had a lot of fun in my conversation. None of this is me trying to go in on Mr. Pokey in this moment. I'm just trying to look back at what is...
I really hope we go back to single banners. I'm not going to lie, man. I kind of do as well. I was kind of like... I was a little bit at the start. I was like, it feels like it's not coming quick enough. And I think it's just because of the longer patch times on this game. I was like, it feels like it's not coming quick enough. I must admit, man, you know, with these reruns in at the minute, shit does... Like, don't get me wrong, it's not too bad usually because I've got the characters. But now Carlotta and Jeji's dropped, I'm like, fuck, I want to get Ruchia, you know? I definitely want to get Brandt and I want to get Zany. So, like, obviously I had to go for Carlotta, failed my 50-50, and then it's like, oh, well, I really want to get Jeji as well because she's best in slot, and I would like a nice, as somebody who hasn't been able to enjoy gun users in the game since the start, it would be nice to have the best in slot for her as well, to be able to have fun with the Glacio gun user. Well, not that you can't have fun without it, but, you know, just to get the entire experience that I really wanted to get that. Yeah, I feel the pain. And like I say, I'm even a light spender as well. You know what I mean? Free to play might not get all the characters, but it's not going to ruin their accounts. There are way too many main DPS characters made to upcoming ones more. Oh yeah, exactly. This is where Wuthering Waves does a lot better job in regards to the meta at the moment, at least, or at least where we are now in Power Creep. Obviously, some people will say, we'll never get to that. We don't know what the future holds, do we? We could look back in here and go, holy shit, the Power Creep's been insane. I don't think we will. And at the end of the day, if you're going to like make a comparison between something like Wuthering Waves and Star Rail's always going to struggle because it's a turn-based game. There's no skill expression. You can't get around the raw numbers, can you? You know what I mean? But yeah, there's plenty of characters within Wuthering Waves. If you really want to clear stuff, all you need to do is practice, man. You know? You need to practice, build up your teams, get your main DPSs in a really good order, and you're going to be fine for the most part. You know, now you might find things a little bit harder than if you had more, of course, that's normal, but you definitely do have that ability, don't you? And that is nice. That is nice. That's a key here. You can pull what you like and not what you need and still clear the game just fine. Yeah, agree. HSI used to be like that. Yeah, I just don't, I think the problem, I think the way I see it, now I might be wrong, you know, I might be wrong. The way I see it though, with a game that's turn-based, you're just going to run into that at some point. Now, maybe there are some turn-based gacha games out there that have managed to alleviate that. I don't know. But I just feel like by virtue of being a turn-based game, you're going to run into a power creep issue in regards to everything's based around team comp. Everything, supports are going to be incredibly important. The gimmick of the patch is going to be important because at the end of the day, it's a numbers v numbers and you know, or elements v elements, depending on how the game goes about doing their particular combat mechanisms. So like, you're gonna have, it's gonna be a lot harder, shall I say, to alleviate that, right? Than a game where if you're really good at the game, you're still gonna be able to do the same sort of things as somebody who's spent a few £100 maybe, and maybe even more than them. You know, because you can buy all the characters in the game in this and max them out. Now, of course, they're going to be a lot better. But if you literally lack any ability to play the game, you're still going to have a hard time, aren't you? I'm still unsure whether I'll get Ruchia or not. I have to wait for reviews to come out. See, like, Ruchia looks like she's going to be best in slot for Cammy. It's just about the rotation time for me. You know, because I do like the fact that Sanhua at the minute, it's just so quick on and off field. It's great. But yeah, Rachia looks really good, man. Like, I wasn't sold on her at first. Initially, her design put me off, and then it grew on me. And then we saw her in game, and I was like, yeah, I like her. I kind of want to get her. But I was like, I need to see the kit. But when we did see the IGN kit, I was like, this is actually looking kind of good. And then after using her, I'm like, yeah, this is actually kind of really good. I think she's a pull for me personally. What's going on, Grimfield? Welcome to the stream. She's a trial character now in 2.0. We're talking about Richie, are we? Okay, the 1.0 Gian team still destroys the middle tower and it's one of the highest DPS teams. Exactly, yeah, exactly. And I think even if we do get Wuthering Waves, I think would need to have an incredibly steep power creep to kind of like negate that for a while. You know, I think and it might be like that for the entirety of the game. Who knows? It just depends on, I guess, HP inflation and gimmicks that they add to endgame later on, doesn't it? Whether those characters still will be able to do that, because I'm more confident than most gacha games that those characters will be entirely viable throughout the life cycle of the game. There'll probably be some that fall to the wayside. There's no doubt. I'm sure that's going to be the case. But I think, you know, for people who started the game when it came out, they're going to have plenty of characters that are going to be viable for a long time to come, at least, anyway. Sure. Oh, yeah. Roy, no argument from me there. No argument from me there. This is what I was talking about the other day in regards to power creep in general, where, like, for me, you know, people always say power creep bad, where it depends on time, the amount, and the redundancy factor of older characters as well. And what I mean by that is that I think power creep itself has some innate positives in, if it's done right, it drives you to want new characters. Because if there's no form of power creep other than a character looking cool or potentially working with another character, there's not much reason to pull for people who are meta players, I guess, if you know what I mean. Or even just for your average player, if a character's coming out that the only thing that's cool is, oh, they look cool, there's not really much reason to pull them, is there? Or you can ruin all of that if it happens too quickly, it happens too sharply. You know, if you start to add gimmicky endgame content that fits with that particular banner every single time. So for that patch, everything else kind of becomes redundant, and until the next patch when the everything else becomes redundant again for that particular meta or that character. That's when it does feel shitty. Yeah, I agree. And time is a massive factor in that. You know what I mean? You know, a slow burn of power creep over time isn't too bad, especially as well if you're bringing out good supports over time that lift up old characters. That are specifically designed in a way to lift up old characters. It's when they get ignored and they kind of just get left to the wayside and they just fall off more and more, don't they? And that starts to happen in larger numbers and faster. And then it's like, okay, now this is getting rough, because it's like, if I'm not pulling all the time, I'm on the struggle bus more and more and more every patch. And that kind of does feel like what's happened with Sarah. And it's been a while since I played, but that felt like where things were going rapidly then. If you bet Richie, then a kitty's changing to main DPS like Changli, but she's crowd control and plunge attacks, also dual ultimate like Cardata. It depends on how much better she is than Sanhua. Yeah. Like, for me, again, I think she's probably gonna benefit Cammy in potentially in obviously we haven't seen all the numbers and stuff, just going off what we can see, that she might actually give them more, but it's just, again, for me, it's, you know, is it going to be worth that really fast rotation time? Because it does seem like you can get her off field really quickly as well. And, you know, that CC ability off field is just insane. He was just cranking up the numbers and non-stop without looking at the older units. Yeah, and I'm worried it might start to happen in Zenless as well, because Miyabi was a massive jump, you know? She's fucking cracked. She's really fun. And as somebody who's a little bit more casual on something like Zen, well, I'm casual on all gacha games at the end of the day, because gacha games are casual. I don't play them like that personally. But as somebody who, like, you know, I'm not, you know, Wu is like my regular game that I come back to pretty much on a daily basis, whether I grind it or not. Zentless I can hop on and hop off. So like, if a character comes out that's just really insane and cracked, it doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried that like we're gonna start to get on the steps now with Zentless on 0. Yao looks dope though. Cool that we're getting a proper healer in. She won't compete with Sanhua now because she's main DPS, so she's you can definitely build Rachia as a great in slot for Camellia. Don't forget they can also buff old units by releasing 5-star sub DPSs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I suppose when I mean it supports sub DPSs as well in that. I tend to kind of use those interchangeably. But yeah, that's exactly my point. You know, this is where like the support role in a gacha game, it's the most important in a sense. Now I know in Wuthering Waves, it's all about your DPS, you know. That's your main character to build. But in terms in general in these kind of games, that support role is so important. It can be used to break the game, but it can be used to fix the game as well, can't it, if it's done right? I don't want to leap, but all I'm going to say is the future looks good for Gian. Oh, really? When people see the wild stuff that Tribute character does, his convo is going to get really funny. Bad news, they changed Rachia's kit to main DPS. She's now main for power creep. What have they changed in the kit? What, since 2.0 dropped? Brad is the one who's playing support role / sub DPS. Well, I made a video talking about that, like my theory crafting on that, like, you know, well, I said this for a while ago. Brant maybe being the best in slot, potentially, you know, depending on how he's built or what he's going to be, because I don't know anything about him. Try the trial of Rachia. Well, I've played her in game. And she definitely feels like she can be an incredibly good slot in for Cammy. When did they change that? Yeah, I was going to say, like, Brant, for me, like, you know, there's obviously a lot of people use her as a main DPS quick swap character, but, like, with her outro, you know, for me, I feel like her outro, I don't, because obviously I don't look at leaks, I feel like her outro, sorry, because at the moment, it's kind of, you know, the fact that, what is it now? Is it Fusion Buff and Resonance Lib? Yeah. Like, I feel like you know, a character coming in who's incredibly based around the Resonance Lib, and it wants to be on field for a little bit as well. Because the problem is with the quick swap stuff with Changli as well, is that I think, what is it, 10 seconds? You know, if you're quick swapping, you're not even getting the benefit of her outro. So, like, it feels like she would be designed to slip in to be a sub DPS for somebody. Whether that's Brand, I don't know. I feel like it's time that Changli gets somebody to fit in for her. You can always tell the characters roll like, oh yeah, exactly. I'm just saying that some people do use her as a main DPS, don't they, in quick swap teams? You know what I mean? Oh, you hit UL 69. Let's go. This is why I don't really use Changli at the minute personally. I like her, but you know, I don't feel a role for me at the moment. You know? because like I am waiting for somebody to come in for her to buff, because I'm waiting for that best in slot, man.
Kind of happen over the course of these conversations.
Use Changli to buff your
started off-
encore. Yeah, I'll say a lot of people. I just don't use encore, man. I just don't have that much fun playing her. It's kind of like Boiji, you know. She's another character that I start playing with. I'm just like, I fucking hate this. I don't like you.
Off with kind of messy, unregulated, going in circles. Guilty. I was part of that. Guilty. Into other conversations that I don't think we're setting out to accomplish what listeners were expecting or viewers were expecting, and people criticizing Tectone and Gacha Smack for going too soft on Mr. Pokey.
It is 10
and
seconds.
I don't think they went too
with,
soft. I just think
Changli,
they had different
right, yeah.
objectives
On our outro.
than the viewer. And then into a more concrete course of argumentation here with Saint in leading to, I think personally, a pretty much cut and dry argument of that there are power creep issues in Honkai Star Rail.
Yeah,
like,
10
I think
seconds,
it's pretty
okay.
much just set.
And it's
at this
25%
point.
on the
Now, I
Resistance,
don't think this
20% on
now
the Fusion,
means
yeah, okay.
we need to have like a Mr. Pokey crash.
Yeah, I was mistaken then. I thought it was 20% on both. It was 25%, sorry, on the Reslib, yeah.
Shout arc or anything here. I'm not looking for anything like that.
Yeah, some
But I
people
think-
do use Changli with Yao. The thing is you just obviously, because obviously you're getting the resonance lib, which is great because he's heavily resonance lib, isn't he? But you just, she really wants somebody who's basically, in a sense, when you think about it, a fusion Yao, really, doesn't she? That's kind of what she wants for a best in slot, really.
What we can do now is think about it from this perspective. You as the listener, you as the viewer. Make sure you're always setting your expectations for these conversations or dialogues appropriately.
I just got on
I
call
don't
to
think
max
it's fair
90 now. I just have to build a
Tecmo's been
circuit.
getting for
I
going
think I
too
need to
soft
like
on
actually
Mr.
build her
Pokey,
out because
look,
I am happy to change my mind on characters because I had actually quite a hot take. You know, when Yao first came out, I just didn't find him fun. But I actually kind of like him now. My Yao is nowhere near built. Like, you guys have seen me. I'm lazy when it comes to doing all the farming in this game. That's one of the reasons why I made sure I got fucking Shorekeeper S2, so I could be a lazy motherfucker, you know? But after playing him a little bit, I was like, you know what? This dude's actually kind of fun, man. I need to build this dude up. That's why I was going to pull for his weapon last time, but Wooer made me go all the way to like 71 pulls, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't going any further. I'm just going to wait until Carlotta comes down and get a weapon straight away.
I don't think you need to be overly antagonistic and rude and try to tear down your friends. No, you don't need to do that. So I think it's unreasonable the amount of hate that he's been getting on that. But we can still learn from this moment.
Yeah, I get it. It's just me who's meta slave. That's it at the end of the day. You'll never get, like, some people like to mock people like that. Like, this is what these games are all about, man. The meta is incredibly important in these games. And, sometimes I like to be like that myself, but, like, for Wuthering Waves, I think I just have that much fun with the combat and the world itself. That, like, I'm not, and because you don't have to be attached to the meta too hard in this game at all. I just like to, my team sometimes are ridiculous, you know what I mean? I just mix and match it because it's just fun, like, you know what I mean? I have a fully developed Aero, Fusion, Electro, Glacio, and Spectral team. I don't like the Havoc characters. See, like, for me, I do like playing Jian, and I really like Jinxie as well. Like, Jinxie's probably my favourite character in the game. But I must admit, I've really been enjoying using Cammy recently because she's just click, spinny, spinny, spin, and it's all good, you know? When Chang Li's a main DPS runner with Shorekeeper, Jian Xin, she's OP hyper carry. Most people don't really use Changli in any sense of a hyper carry mode, though, do they? One, they use it. People typically use her in a quick swap team and use their outro, don't they? Because of that Reslib buff. Again, just like Yuria, welcome to the stream as well. Use them with Yao because you get that resonance lib buff, don't you? Again, I'm kind of just waiting for that, like, best in slot to be able to, have fun with that outro. And I'm hoping Brant's going to fit into that. But I guess we will know when your boy is here. Because that is a most effective role, isn't it, really, is a quick swap. S4 turns Changli, Yinlin, and Zheji into main DP. I was going to say, I know a lot of people getting insane damage out to Zheji, yeah. Jinxie's starting to get boring to play for me, but I can't stop because her damage is one big middle finger to the enemy. That nuke's just nice, isn't it, man? That big ass nuke. It's addictive, I must admit. But I feel ya. I'm the same with Cammy at the minute because I've been using it quite a lot. It's just a character I really like as well. I love her voice lines, everything, you know what I mean? And again, she's kind of like a little bit addictive like that because her skill is a nice nuke as well. And she's just got really good anti-interruption and like she's just... You know, she's just kind of like a silly character for me. And obviously using her along with Sanhua. It's mainly, I think what it is, where I really enjoy using Cammy at the minute, is that Sanhua effect. You know, that just pretty much instant rotation from Shorekeeper straight through Sanhua into Cammy. I think this is what I was saying before, why I don't have fun playing Baiji. It's because this game, sometimes when you're in it, it almost feels rhythmic, doesn't it? And whenever I switch to Baiji, it feels like I've just come to a screeching halt. That's why I kind of like that team. You know, it feels nice to flow through that team, personally. Yinlin doesn't become main DPS until S6. I thought... I'm not even going to try and quote a change at the minute, but I didn't think it was S6. I thought it was prior to that. I'm not even going to try and argue that because I've got a memory like a fish, man. I can't even remember her chains, if I'm honest. I use Baiji, Yinlin, and Zhangli. What are you saying? With the occasional swap to Calcharo. Calcharo's fun as well. Calcharo's fun. Obviously, Calcharo's got his limitations in the game, but he's a fun character to use. Like, because like a big thing for me as well, you know that like visceral feeling that you get from certain characters. You get that like heavy hitting feeling with Calcharo. His animations are cool. His intro animations awesome. Dude's just fucking badass. I can't help but enjoy playing with Calcharo, even though obviously the dude's got the raw end of the stick in the way the game's designed. Now, 6 Yinlin's broken, especially if you swap her into from Yao. I was going to say, like, I might have a look at the chains in a minute. I can't remember her chains, if I'm honest. Damage only increases significantly at amount of S5, and S6 gives her a new skill, basically. I want to sell Changli, so I know what I'm yapping about. I've got Changli as well. I just think Changli's most effective as a quick swap character, and as and really with that outro, she kind of is built to be a sub DPS for a Resonance Liberation fusion user, you know. To keep them on the field for, what, at least 10 seconds and pumping out a serious amount of damage. But a lot of people do use her as a quick swap DPS. I don't know many people actually using her as a hyper carry DPS, so that's interesting. I haven't really seen that myself, but again, I'm not even going to argue that. I don't really use her that much. Yeah, Baiji requires high energy regen for quick rotation. Yeah, and it's not even just about like the energy regen either. It's just she feels clunky, if that makes sense. I don't know, maybe it's just me. She just feels clunky, you know? It's like most characters in the game feel really fluid, don't they? For me, like Baiji and Tao Chi, they're just like they feel like clunky characters. Calcharo makes me feel like a man when I use him. You know, crack a beer open, bro, huh? S6 Calcharo and Ling Yang have the pair of we don't talk about Ling Yang here. We don't talk about Ling Yang here. This roll only opens at S6. I'm a Changli main, so yeah, pixel I'm built different. Dude, bro, totally worth it. It's like variation with the healing bonus passive. Most Changli mains are built different. I'm never going to consider S6 5-star characters. Yeah, me either. I just, you know, I chucked 100 quid on the game yesterday. that'll be the most I spent on the game now for a good few months. You know, I've probably spent with chucking that on the game now. I've probably spent close to 300 quid on the game, which is more than enough for me now for a hot minute. You get 12% healing bonus when you pop a Resonance Liberation. Or are you talking about the you want about the new what's it here now? Neil? For me, it ain't well, obviously Ling Yang just sucks, but for me, it ain't even about that. I fucking hate the character, man. It's a personal problem. It's a personal problem, and I don't want to solve it either. You know, I want to strangle that character with his trousers in Minecraft, but I do. Those trousers piss me off, bro. They piss me off. Yeah, I do want to see how much Brant can benefit from that that outro off Changli. I'm sure the two of us is Ling Yang and Zheji under a min both levels. Shut your whore mouth. Dave Besmirch Cal Charles, good name. I think the amount of pull that we get, plus store dupes, plus quick reruns is very realistic for low spender to reach S6 at a reasonable price. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not for me. I got no desire to do that personally. The only character that I've even worried about trying to get a couple of copies of was Shorekeeper, and that was for the obviously a domain expansion, and that 40% attack buff. I'll get every character and keep them SO, maybe S1 to keep it relatable. That's me. I'm always like, because I'm just, when it comes to gacha games, I'm more of a collector than anything, you know? It's like, oh, right, is this going to benefit my account more? Or do I get a new shiny plaything? I'm like, new shiny plaything all day long, you know what I mean? That's why, like, you know, if I get to a point in the game when I'm struggling with end-game content, or they bring out new stuff and it's just like, holy shit, because I'm more of an enjoyer like the hologram. I've said it multiple times. Terror to me, mid. I might hop in now and again and just clear a couple of towers if I need a few extra asteroids. But I get bored in the tower. Legit, like I will go through, clear the mid tower sometimes and be like, I'm done now. That's enough for me. That's why I'm glad now that what they're doing with the holograms. Still actually have to clear 6 on the sentry. Is that hopefully we're going to get this sort of rotation happening somewhat often. And resets with the new hollows, because I think that'll be really cool. Because as somebody who is a hollow enjoyer and has been hoping for hollow resets for a while, you know, that's fun for me. Because at the end of the day, I want endgame that's just replayable, man. You know, like that's what I want. This is why I've been asking for dungeons for a long time, and I know it's more MMO stuff. Because like for me, you know, when I might get to a point back on when we first started, I was a sweat, but I'm not anymore. I don't give a shit. I just played to enjoy it, really. But when it comes to gacha games, I just can't get myself into sweat mode. You know, like when I want to sweat, I'll just go play Valorant or something. I will, or like you know, freaking CS2 or something. Or even this. I don't know if any of you guys have played this. Game's fire. And if any of you guys played Deadlock. Fucking love Deadlock, man. I ain't played it for a while, but I love Deadlock.
We can still learn from our dialogues, become better conversationalists, debaters, I said conversationalists.
Shorekeeper sequence isn't going to change big, so only way I'll see it is a must S6. Nah, man. Shorekeeper's S2 is great, man. That S2 is fucking great. That 40% attack buff on the Stellar Realms, lovely.
But clearly I still have learned.
It makes you be able to be super lazy with your your echo sometimes, which I am incredibly lazy with, so it's a godsend.
That I need to do as well. But this is what I'm just trying to take from it to be better in the future, to have better conversations in the future as a, you know, content creator for you guys and for others in the space as well. But I hope you learned something.
All right, cool. Yeah. Again, I just think it's all done. It's all done. Let's see what Mr. Pokey sees in a few months' time when he's played a little bit more of the game free to play. I think that's when we'll maybe get an opinion change from the boy himself. I think at the minute he just feels like people are desperately trying to change his opinion when dude stated his opinion, and I don't think it's going to change. You know, I don't think it's going to change. So yeah. A new co-op event solo mode to be safe. Yeah, that's been debunked. Yeah, it's been debunked. I'll get it up for you guys. I'll be careful because I'm in a couple of servers I'm not allowed to tell you that I'm in at the moment. Until soon. Where are we? It's one of the pinned, I think. Yeah. One of the pinned. Yeah, it says there's no evidence from anybody's logs that they've been affected by recent ban issue. The team have investigated the logs of the recent ban wave and found no correlation due to the cooperation event, although colours have no form. If you are affected by the recent ban issue, you may contact our customer support. Because from what I was able to find, it seems to mainly be affecting mobile users and SEA. And obviously when games do this, they don't ban as you go, typically, because that allows cheaters to pick up on things. Like, so if you start cheating straight away, with a new thing in a game, that typically, like, not all games, you know, you've got things like Valorant that are on it straight away, but a lot of games do things in waves, so that way then it doesn't necessarily show to the cheaters, oh shit, this is what we need to change, you know what I mean? There might be, there is definitely false positives because I'm seeing people getting unbanned, but I think what's happening to a lot of people, because they're specifically, not all of them as far as I'm aware, I don't know, but from what I've seen, I've only seen mobile users. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I've only seen mobile users, and I think what's happening is, you know, people who've got built-in, enhancers in, we spoke about this in my video, in their phone to, like, be able to lock frame rate, to boost frame rate, to, you know, turn off notifications, to turn off charging, all that sort of stuff, like, to maybe just, like, tweak things in the game. I think that the anti-cheats, either something's changed and it's picked up a bunch of false positives, you know what I mean? Now, obviously, there's probably people who are getting banned legitimately because they're, like, buying accounts and stuff like that, and maybe using things to inject stuff into the game. But yeah, good thing I'm introverted. Yeah, same here. I've got no desire to play co-op if I'm honest, so I'm all good. Because I even said in the video that was a potential thing, but it seems like that's not the case. I mean, if they themselves came out to say the ban waves aren't relatable to co-op, I believe them, and it's only SEA region mostly. Yeah, it seems like that, yeah. Yeah, they've gone through all the logs, so they can see, if they go through the logs, they can literally see what was flagged by the cheat, the anti-cheat, and that way they then can, like, confirm this happened because of this, and they've pretty much said that, yeah, that's not what's happening. Because the worry was that people was going to get, you know, hit with collateral damage, weren't they, from people cheating, which, hey, that still could happen because they haven't specifically said that can't happen. So, just putting that out there, not to say that you will, but I'm just saying they haven't said that they don't do that. But, like, you probably wouldn't happen live. It'd probably happen in the past. And if you've got nothing wrong with your account anyway, you can forward it on to them. So, yeah. If that's the case, they need to fix that. I said I'm saving for three things: Jinxie's weapon, Shorekeeper, and Shorekeeper's weapon. Yeah, Shorekeeper's goated, man. Like, I think, personally, like, prior to Shorekeeper, for me, like, I always said a must pull was Verena, personally, because you were going to stack up DPSs anyway. And I still stand by that early game insane. For me now, I do. I think Shorekeeper's goated, man. You know, in terms of an overall improvement on your account, she's insane. Especially when you're like me, sometimes you're just playing lazy as fuck, and it's just great to have those buffs there. You know what I mean? It's lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, it's what I say, man. You should never pull on what anybody else tells you to do. The only time you really should, I'm not even saying you should do that. Obviously, if you're a meta slave and you can't, see the wood through the trees yourself, so to speak, and you need a little bit of help, then of course, you're better to go to people who are, I guess, guide makers, but go to a few people, kind of see what the consensus is, see what characters are going to benefit you the most, how you play the game, all that sort of stuff. Because if you are a free-to-play player and you want to make sure that you're clearing content, which I say at the minute is not a problem in Wuthering Waves, but, just for future potential, then yeah, man. But at the end of the day, like I say, we're into a point with this game at the minute where content's not clearable by free-to-play players. It might change. So I don't even think we need to worry about that, man. You know what I mean? Game's supposed to be fun, man. That's why, for me, there's three metas in Wuthering Waves, right? There's the waifu meta, the fun meta, and the meta. And guess what order they're going? The meta's last. That's all I'm going to say. I'm disappointed in your picture tree. You pulled for Changli, got her with insane look, and don't you? I know, yeah. The one character actually got fucking super early as well. At the minute, dude, I'm not really interested in playing a quick swap team. I'm not bothered about playing her as a quick swap character because, like, I have more fun playing other characters. Not that I'm against playing quick swap. I don't mind playing quick swap teams. I'm waiting for that, like, that best in slot for her personally. But I've been really enjoying Cammy lately. I like Jinsey. But yeah, I'm at the mini. I don't really want to talk about it because it fucking pisses me off. I could just go with attack at the mini, but I really want to get another Glacio, if I'm honest. Attack's probably better anyway. But I spent, I don't know how long I spent yesterday and the day before looking for Glacio main stats for Carlotta. Listen, I got four trash substat rolls. I'm constantly getting Glacio on the fucking Spectral set. Oh my god, it's so annoying. So it was pissing me off, man. It was pissing me off. I posted this earlier because this is Renacita for me at the minute. This is Renacita for me at the minute, man. Straight up. That's Renacita for me at the minute. I don't like Carlotta's playstyle. She jumps around too much and seems uncontrollable. Hey, at the end of the day, if you don't like it, you don't like it, yeah. You know what I mean? I think for me, like, it's because I've not been able to really enjoy any of the range characters personally. And she feels good, and she does kind of feel a little bit like Lee Hyperreal, so it's kind of like, I'm done with the Echo, sadly. Yeah, man, it's been a bitch, I'm not gonna lie. People like comment stuff like this. Oh, hey, Echo Farm is what keeps us engaged. There's much worse out there. Like, can we stop making that argument, people? When there's negatives about a game. Can you stop saying, well, it could be worse. Look what they're doing over there. It's like, oh, you only broke your leg. Could have broke both. Fucking be happy about it. It's like, fuck off. I'm playing this, and I don't like this. It sucks. Just give me a fucking Glacio, please, because it's bad enough that I'm struggling to get Glacio. The 4 times that I have, I'm getting shit rolls. You know what I mean? I was right about it. Who? Right about who? Right about who? Carlotta. Is she? I don't believe you. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Right? I swear to God, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. When people say that, it could be worse elsewhere. And it's like, well, so what, you saying it's shit? All right, then. You don't need to tell me it's worse elsewhere. And that argument, it helps me keep engaged. You know what? Not getting Glacio for the fucking 40th time in a row, and then when I do get it, it's on a Spectral set. I'm telling you now, that's not engaging for me. That's fucking frustrating. Yeah, my crit damage is perfect on a, well, it's not perfect. I think it's at like I don't know if it's at 270 or around about there or something like. But obviously she's not even built, so like, you know, I'm just trying to get a nice Glacio because I have got a Glacio on at the minute. And I was going to follow it with a nice attack, but the Glacio I've got's not great, and I kind of want to switch it out. I did get a pretty high crit damage roll. I think that was on my main set actually. I can't remember. I like the echo picking with the lack of tuners. See, I'm fine with tuners, dude. I've got like 6k tuners. And I'm okay at the minute for XP. I'm not going to be soon because I'm constantly 2 rolling, trash, 2 rolling, trash, 2 rolling, trash. Oh, baited, trash. Oh, baited, trash, you know? Crit rates, NG constructs as well. Yeah, I feel like main stats are harder to come by at the minute. I've got no evidence for that, but just anecdotally, personally, like I'm just getting shite main stats all the time. You know what I mean? They get to doing tacit fields. Spent a bunch of fucking what's it yesterday doing tacit fields. Fuck all. Welcome to the stream as well, Chase. It's I don't know what it is in Renacita. I'm just getting terrible luck, man. I can't even get the main stats at the minute, let alone the substats, you know? The one cost was an absolute struggle for me. That hasn't been too bad. It's the free costs that are killing me at the moment. Like, I'd say, like, if I had to say, like, 9 out of 10 of my Glacios are coming on Spectral sets. And then that one time I am, like, I think I've probably got 4 Glacio main stats since I've started farming. Because I did a little bit last night offline and a little bit the night before. And I think over those, I don't know how long I was on the game. You know, I don't want to say. I'm like a dog, man. My sense of time's terrible. I got fuck all. You know what I mean? Like I say, I got 4, and then they just rolled terribly. That's the biggest problem for me at the minute in the game. It's just the substat read. But it's a personal problem because it's like, you know, I've just got bad luck. You guys have seen it. You guys have seen it on stream. You know, when it comes to rolling my substats, they're just absolutely terrible. You know what I mean? Horde echoes, and I've been trying to. That's what I was doing the other night, but it got to the point where I was getting so little Glacio. I was like, fuck it, I need to try and level these Glacios up because I need to move on. And I ended up with 4 after trying to do it for a while. Like I spent two evenings farming and got 4 Glacios on the new set. I got a bunch of Glacios, but there was all on the Spectra. What was it? The fucking, what is it? It's a new one. It's the fucking Radiant. Was it Radiant Light or whatever it's called? What's the new Spectral set called now? Eternal Radiance. That's it. Yeah. Like I've been hoarding too much. I'm constantly having to clear out my my backpack at the moment. It's just a bitch. It's just it's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable. You should have built Ling Yang during 1. I ain't got Ling Yang, you know. I'm actually happy about that. It's the one character I don't have on the game from the start of the game. And I've been saying the day I get Ling Yang is the day I uninstall the game. That's not true, but that's how I feel. Listen, look, listen. Listen, hold up. Listen, give me a second. I want them trousers nowhere near my account, okay? I don't want them anywhere near my account, right? This motherfucker needs to stay away from my shit. I'll get Glacio on the new set, the new Spectro set, until the day I die, rather than have this twat on my account. I don't know what it is, man. These trousers are just like, oh, it pisses me off, bro. I don't know why. It's irrational. It's totally irrational. It's just like, legit. I'm not even joking, man. They annoy me. I hate it. Fucking dickhead. He's a dickhead. That's what he is. I hate the character. It's irrational. It's totally irrational. And I think I should seek help about it, but fuck that guy. You know? Fuck that guy. He cursed me when pulling Carlotta. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'll get better weapon banner luck in regards to not having to go pretty much hard pity if I get Ling Yang on the account. Is that what could change things? I can't stand the character. Even through his, his little quest line. Even though it wasn't a bad quest line, I couldn't enjoy it because I was just like, can somebody just come in and roundhouse kick this guy off the side of the camera? You know? I'm just hoping like Chishia come in and just like roundhouse kicks him. Just deal with it. And I'll be happy. But alas, it never happened. I don't know. To be fair, my last two 50-50 fails have been to Encore. I probably really should build her. Start using her. S3 Encore equals back to back as well, was they? Game obviously wants you to build Encore, bro. I got every yeah, same as I've got all of 1.0 apart from well, I say all of 1.0. I didn't get Jeji. I'm trying to get her now. But the standard starting characters, yeah, I got them all apart from Ling Yang. For me, Ling Yang was always the one who jumped in after 10 and 20, pity turning the next pull into a guarantee. Yeah. Yeah, I just hate the character. No way to put it. I can't put it nicely. I can't put it maturely. Fuck that guy. I don't want him. I don't care. All right, let's have a look at this post in Reddit, shall we? It's 5 hours ago. Wuthering Waves, r/Wuthering Waves. What an update. Been burned out by all games of all genre. Decided to log in again since the last 5-star, and boy was I surprised. New unit is very fun and feels like someone who they would drop in PGR. The new area, legitimately the best world building I've seen for a little. I actually found myself observing and sightseeing in one of the towns. I just wanted to add my perspective as a very casual gacha player and how impressed and revitalized for the game I am. Again, great patch, W Kuro and team. Can't wait to dive in and ultimately watch what they have, what they have for the future. Now, I agree with that as well. Do you know what I found myself doing yesterday, which I don't think I've done in a gacha game? Actually, now, even when I played Genshin, I had a look around. I was like, that's kind of pretty. That looks nice. I was in Rinna City yesterday. I ain't done this since probably Red Dead Redemption, GTA, or Cyberpunk, or The Witcher. And it was raining. And the central little area where you first enter, whereby the beacon is and everything. You got the little steps leading up to the little, I think it's a little fountain there. I can't remember anyway. But the little steps, the tiled steps. I was standing there and it was stormy and it was raining and I couldn't help myself but take a moment to put the camera down and I was like, man, that looks gorgeous. You could, the little splashes of rain on the floor. It looked beautiful. I haven't done that really in a gacha game where I'm admiring the finer details. I tell a lie. I admire the finer details on an often basis, on a regular basis, but it's not what I was going to do now. You know what I mean? But yeah, I found myself just sitting there going, damn, man. That did good. That looked good, They did a good job on it. I actually do like the new area. I do. I think they could definitely make throw in some more echoes around the place. But from a visual standpoint, gorgeous. You know, I found myself roaming around the game, regularly forgetting that I was playing a gacha game and just thinking, oh, I'm playing an RPG. You know, the lighting, beautiful. Can't wait for ray tracing. Just the geographical design, you know, in the layouts, things. Just, I don't know, man. Just feel really good. Feel really good. Actually feel like, obviously I know this is more of a honeymoon thing, and that's probably going to change. Of course it will, because that happens. It's not Red Dead Redemption or GTA that that I'm going to continue this, but I am enjoying just exploring and wandering around and having a look around things, like, you know what I mean? Which obviously I know that is again, as I say, a honeymoon phase for me. That like that will wear off, because it did in 1.0. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a step up from 1.0, but it did. Like I say, the only games that have really made me, like, I could go back today and just have fun roaming around is Red Dead Redemption and GTA. Probably GTA 4, Red Dead Redemption, GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. And yeah, The Witcher as well, probably. The Witcher 3, sorry. Other than that, I actually say that Far Cry 5 as well. Far Cry 5, I love the fucking world in that. It's just so good sometimes when you're doing something, you get into a fight with somebody, and then all of a sudden a moose comes running out of the forest and fucking yeets somebody across the road. It's fun. And I think a big factor of those enjoyments is obviously the map and world building itself. But you know, I think a good ragdoll physics is highly underrated, and obviously we just don't have that in gacha games, do we? Really, you can't beat, you know, those sort of interactions with NPCs, which we're never going to get in these games, because obviously they're Chinese games. They're not going to let me go around and beat the shit out of people in Renacita and throw them in the fucking river. You know, it's just not going to happen, is it? And I'm not expecting it to, so I can't really knock them for that. But yeah, Far Cry 3 is the best. Far Cry 3 is amazing. Yeah, Far Cry 3 is the better game. It's just that I just had so much fun just like exploring Far Cry 5, you know? I actually really, you know, like, even though I think Far Cry 3 is the better game, Far Cry 5's got a real soft spot in my heart, man. I really, really enjoyed Far Cry 5. I absolutely had a blast with that game. Super immersive as well, you know? These graphics are like Square Enix, Final Fantasies. It's speaking of Final Fantasy, I restarted Final Fantasy X last night on the PlayStation 2, like hardware, disc, PlayStation 2 upstairs, because Rosie bought me one for Christmas. So I played a little bit of Harry Potter, The Philosopher's Stone, and then I was like, you know what? I think it's time. It's time to start Final Fantasy X again. So like I started that last night. I only played about 50 minutes because I was literally falling asleep with the pad in my hand. Because it was like, it was getting on for 1 o'clock in the morning. For me, it was Far Cry 2. Far Cry 2 is a goated game as well. Oh yeah, definitely underrated. Yeah, Final Fantasy X's awesome. Yeah, what does it do? They've lost like 85% of the fucking market value, yeah. Ridiculous. You know, not surprising, because that company has been pushing out slop for the better part a decade now, right? Wait, what was the last good Ubisoft game? What was the last good Ubisoft game? Let's have a look, actually. What's the... When did shit, man, did Far Cry... Oh, I was going to say 2018 Far Cry 5 came out. So for me, that was a good game. Siege was good, but Siege come back out... Siege was out in like 2015, wasn't it? Siege. Rainbow Six Siege. When did Black Flag come out? Now, I actually enjoyed the... I forgot what it was called now. You know, the one with the Vikings? The game was too long, though, man. Too long. But I liked Assassin's Creed Odyssey as well. I think that's a good game. Like, I'm a little bit different to the average Assassin's Creed player, because I wasn't really into the old Assassin's Creeds. I kind of like the RPG style of things I did, you know? Like, I really liked Odyssey. So wait, Final Fantasy 14 on mobile. Final Fantasy 14 is goated. I ain't played it for a while, but it's goated. I think my favourite Final Fantasies though, Final Fantasy 9 and Final Fantasy 12. Rayman was Ubisoft. Yes, I was playing that the other day as well. I was playing Rayman 2 actually. Yo, the original Rayman was fucking rock hard. That was rated, I think, as one of the top 10 hardest PlayStation 1 games. That was in the top 10, sorry. Rayman Legends. Cannot wait till AC Shadows comes out to see the shitstorm. Yeah. It's just, I think with Ubisoft, it's like the games are almost made on a conveyor belt, aren't they? You know? The games made by committee. They're not games made for passion. It's like Ubisoft games are on a Venn diagram. They just all cross over, don't they? You know, I think probably a game that I enjoyed that was from Ubisoft, even though, you know, obviously it was published by them, but it was X-Defiant. Then again, that was a game that I enjoyed for a little bit, and then it was like, yeah, all right, I'm over this now. Pirating Rayman 2. Yeah, man. I was playing it the other day, man. I was having a blast with it still. I need to get back on it, actually. I've probably got about halfway through the game. Dishonored games were fire. Space Outlaw. Yes, agree. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is a good game as well. Yeah, I'd say Final Fantasy 9, 12 are my favourites. I do like 10. I never actually finished 10. And I don't know why. Like, I think who was a fight with now? I got to one fight and I struggled on it a couple of times. I just started playing something else and then I never went back to the game. Oh shit, it was a fight against now. What the name of it?
This game has been generated.
Oh god, my audio on my headset. Watch this boss not even be on this list and I'll be like, oh, okay. I'm trash. Yeah, Final Fantasy 9, man, it's my favourite. Absolutely love that game. Loved it. I'm going to be playing through that again soon because I've got all of the PlayStation. I've got them on PC as well, but I want to play them on. I kind of want to play them on PlayStation as well. But I think I might play Final Fantasy 9 through on PC actually. But I've got the entire collection now.
Memory lane, as I will be ranked. Party would have progressed by defeat. Damage to the party before
Yeah, it was Seymour, I think.
Then you are in a
Yeah, it was Anima.
Honestly, this and have
I think anyway.
And I suddenly saw from dying quickly. Party before.
Yeah, I think I got stuck on Anima. Died like 4 or 5 times, and then I was just like, I'm gonna come back to this, and I just never ended up coming back to the game, which I'm really disappointed in myself. And so yeah, I'm gonna come back to that hopefully soon, because even though I started last night, I was having a blast, man. Mrs. was asleep next to me, and I was just there, just like, yo, I'm a kid again. Yeah, Final Fantasy 9, man. What can I say? Straight up, gorgeous game. Picture book design. Great combat. Great story. Great characters. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, had emotional points to it as well. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. It was like the swan song of the PlayStation 1, you know, because it came out, in 2000, I think it was. And the PS2 came out, what was it, 99? So it was like, it came out as like the transition happened to PlayStation 2. Because I think like Final Fantasy 10 came out in 2001 or something, didn't it? Like you had Final Fantasy 9, and then I think 10 came out like a year, maybe 2 years after. Like it was really close to each other. Not like now where you wait a decade in between games. Yeah, man. It was like the tying of the bow for the PlayStation 1 for me, man. Fucking loved it. Man's a sore after playing the Devil May Cry games. Actually found out, I think I've got one of the cases here, actually. Yeah. So I've got a collection of my tin case PlayStation 3 games out there because I was sorting out my old games. And I actually got Devil May Cry for, you know, the metal case. So I had a thing for metal cases, man. I got all the Call of Duties in metal cases. A bunch of games. Yeah, Dishonored games were good. Dishonored games were definitely good. Yeah, Far Cry 2, 3, great games. Far Cry 5, brilliant game as well. I haven't played Far Cry 6. I didn't like Far Cry Primal. I don't think I ever played Far Cry 4, or did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Far Cry 4 was the one in the mountains. Yeah, I did actually. I got the fucking special edition of that game, actually. I forgot. I got the figurine of the dude. That was the one that was set in like the Himalayas or some shit, yeah. If I remember right. Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, farming this poxy set's been a bitch. As I say, I keep getting Glacio on this fucking set. Like, do you reckon it's anything to do with the amount of echoes that are in this area that could be making it harder to get the main stats, or more, is it just an anecdotal experience that I'm having? Yeah, Final Fantasy is a chill game. Final Fantasy is a chill game. Oh yeah, I was farming the old world, fucking doing Tacit Fields. Just a absolute bitch. Absolute bitch. Alright, let's have a look. I was gonna say this person posed this question in the Ananta official Reddit, and it got me thinking. I think it is, but they haven't said that it is. But at the same time, whenever they announce gacha games, they don't usually use the word gacha when they describe the game, do they? They usually use action RPG, you know, turn-based RPG, open world adventure, you know. Ananta's a gacha game, right? Right? It's got to be right. You know, I think I'll be shocked if it's not. But they haven't actually said that it is a gacha game. Yeah, this got no fucking upvotes. This is I don't think there's Reddit, like, really many people in this Reddit, to be fair. How many is in here? 6.6k members. Everyone refers to Ananta as a gacha here, but I remember reading some weeks ago that they hadn't confirmed a monetization system yet. We know there's well, I don't actually, because there wasn't a gacha system in it, was there? No, there wasn't a gacha system in the test. There's interchangeable, customizable clothes pieces, though. Makes me think there's going to be a clothing gacha that's probably going to be fucking insane, because I think it is netty, so you know that's going to be rough. We're focusing on making the gameplay first. I'm kind of confused. Do we have confirmation the characters will be gotten through on gacha? Oh, I think it's, you know, as we say, going back to being NetEase as well, but, you know, it's got all of the hallmarks of a gacha so far, hasn't it, you know? Yeah, for sure, especially if it's NetEase, right? Yeah, true. NetEase we're talking about, right? If it's not a gacha, NetEase is making miracles, right? You know, we're gonna get character gacha. We're gonna get weapons. We're getting clothing. I think we're getting clothing gacha because they're making it so that if you've got a character's outfit for a female, you can put that outfit on another female, apparently, with no restrictions, and you can even mix and match it. Apparently, this is what people are saying. So if you've got like an outfit that comes with a skirt and a top, you can put the top on one character and the skirt on another character. If they're going to allow us that freedom, that says to me we are getting some insane clothing gacha, right? Right? It's just, you know, I can't see how they're going to allow us to do that and just be like, yeah, man, you can collect these, you know? I just can't see that happening, man. I think it's going to be a finger in the bum if you want to get those, personally. It's gonna be a rough one. Yo, guys, as well, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the stream, man. It's very much appreciated. Oh, as well, if you haven't checked out the video I uploaded earlier, check it out. Check it out. Appreciate ya, Blaze. Appreciate ya. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was never hyped for an Anta anyways. It looks way too ambitious and the aesthetics and character designs aren't appeal to me besides that one chick with the long black hair. That's fair, that's fair. It appeals to me a lot. Because I was like really looking forward to NTE. I'm still am, but obviously after seeing gameplay, my hype's been reduced drastically. Because I do want an urban game, open world game that's a gacha game. Because obviously I love the setting of Zenless Zone Zero. And I like Wuthering Waves. It's one of the reasons why my hype's tempered a little bit for Azure Media. Now, it might change when the game comes out, but just because it being another open world fantasy game that, you know, I kind of want something that's a little bit different, and being set in that urban environment, I was like, yes. And as you say, it looks incredibly ambitious. That's one of my biggest worries, is that I just don't see how they can live up to that levels what they've showed us, man, because it's pretty insane. I feel like we're going to get, talking of Ubisoft, we're going to get a Ubisoft situation where, you know, like the initial trailer for Watch Dogs, and then the game gets like drastically dumbed down. But for the people who've played it, like I made a video about it the other day, actually. It's on my channel. For the people who've played it, where is it? It's here somewhere. This one, the offline test. For the people who've played it, they did say that it doesn't seem like we're getting blagged. What we've seen is kind of what we're getting. But obviously, we can only go off what people have said. They might be talking shit. For all we know, it might be fucking PR leaks. You know what I mean? So you just don't know, dear. Till we get it in our hands. And well, before we get it in our hands, I guess when we see some actual gameplay, I need to see, you know, a solid 10 minutes of gameplay before I decide. I want to see, you know, somebody roaming around the city. I want to see them hopping in cars. I want to see a bit of combat. I want to see this interaction with characters, because it looks like you can hack people's phones, go through the phones. You can knock the phones out their hands and pick up the phones and scroll through all their history and stuff like that, which is insane. So yeah. I hope Ananta has okay rates, or else I sacrifice Terra Fantasy for nothing. Yeah, I think what it'll be is I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know, dear. I hope it's got decent rates. I feel like if they do have a skin gacha in the game, though, that's going to have shit rates. You know, I feel like that's where like you'll get rinsed probably. Is if they're going to have this, just from the fact of them saying that it's going to be like not infinitely, but you know, interchangeable to this level of being able to mix and match outfits. I just feel like if they're going to allow you that much freedom, you're going to have to pay a hefty price for that, because that's going to be a way to flex on people of, look how I've made my character, and not only put this skin on them, I've mixed it up. I've put these shoes on them. I've got this top on them. Look at the jacket. Look at the cap. And then you're like, oh, that looks kind of cool, actually. And they're like, hey, you can get this if you want, but you're going to have to pay, and probably pay a hefty price. Honestly, I'm good with playing Zenless and Wibber, to be honest. That's fair, that's fair. At the end of the day, you can't play too many gacha games at once anyway, man. Like, you can play, what, 2 sort of regularly, unless you're no life in it, like. Well, it depends on how efficient you are, I guess, really. And the game's playing and how quick the dailies are. Like, Wibber, I like Zenless. I do like a bit of PGR, but I feel like PGR is getting more and more of a problem now, just because of this synergy that's going on. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with PGR. I'm like behind anyway, you know, because obviously I didn't start the game till this year, or last year, should I say. So like, I'm 5 years behind anyway, or what, 3 years if you go off global, whatever it is. So yeah, with this merging 3 patches worth of updates per update, it's like, oh, I don't know, man. It's feels like a little bit too much. I'm on struggle 4 to 5. I agree, too much gacha is a pain. Yeah, like at the minute, obviously, I am move that way. I'm playing Wuwa, of course. I'm playing Zenless. I'm playing a bit of re-memento, but this is apparently going global this month, so I can switch over to global unless they let me turn this to English, because I'd like to do that, actually, because I've got a really good character. I've been playing a bit of Girls Frontline, but when I say I'm playing re-memento and Girls Frontline, you know, it's like maybe once or twice a week, probably. I am playing solo Level and Rise. I haven't played it for a couple of weeks, so I do plan to start Reverse 1999. So, like, the 3 that I'm kind of playing at the minute is Zenless, Wibber, and PGR. But again, I've played PGR twice in, like, the last 2 weeks probably. So, you know, I wouldn't say I'm playing them. I'm logging in here and there. You know, like PGR as well felt before like you could log in just every now and again and you'd be all good, but it's not the case now. Yeah, Yuria, yeah, because I'm behind. It's just like, it's almost like I get on and it's just like, this is overwhelming, man. I can't keep up. I'm not going to stop playing because I really like the game. But like, it's just at that point now where I ain't going to worry to try and catch up at all. I'm going to try and see if I can get some characters here and there in banners. And if not, it, you know, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. Which is a shame because I do really like the game. But, you know, I came to it late. I can't really moan. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just going to get myself a drink. Yeah, I feel you, Space. That's where I'm at. Like, I feel like if I wanted to like try and, you know, catch up with PGR to any sort of degree now, I feel like I'd have to drop everything else in regards to gacha games. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that. I'm going through some of the... Dude, I need to do some of the world quests, man. I do need to get on the grind. I've been slacking the last couple of days. Well, I did a bit yesterday and the day before, but on stream. Welcome to the stream as well. Got to turn into a yap stream though, man, because fucking... Today's just been one of them. I had to re-upload my video because YouTube's been doing this thing recently. When I first upload a video, it takes like 2 hours to process. But if I upload the video again, the second upload gets uploaded and processed faster than the first one. It's moved 2%. So that made me late. And then the chat relay thing was messing up, so I couldn't cross over the Twitch chat and YouTube chat. Just kept freaking out. So I had to like reset the stream like 3 times. It was just like, it's just been one of them today where it's like, I think I should have just gone back to bed, man. You know? I think I should have just gone back to bed. Should we have a look at this video from Kaza though? Let's have a look at this vid.
Okay, so
Wuthering Waves and Silent Haters with this award. I'm guessing this is the Gaming on Phone Game of the Year award. Didn't they win this like a while ago, this game, this award? I'm sure this happened a while ago, right?
Okay, so it seems like Wuthering Waves getting even more recognized for some of their achievements for this year and also last year whenever they released, with them actually being nominated for another award which we're going to get into in this
Time to upgrade the CPU. I'm on 13900K. It's fucking YouTube, that is, man. Telling you, trash.
video and talk about why this is so important and why people should actually care about this award.
Have you been, guys, having that a lot recently with the, you know, like say if you're watching a live stream and you pause a live stream and then like, you know, you're like 40 minutes behind the live stream and you continue playing and it just like, it drops the page and you have to reload it. I've been having that happen a lot and I know it's not me as well because I was watching Quinn yesterday and it kept happening to him as well. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on with fucking YouTube at the moment? You playing HR? No. I ain't played Star Rail for a bit now. I don't think I'm going to bother getting back into it. If I'm honest, I do like Star Rail and I do like Genshin. And I was planning to go back to both of them. I don't think I'm going to bother now. With all the gacha games that are coming out, personally, I enjoy Zenless. I'm enjoying Wuwa. There's other games that I'm enjoying as well at the minute. I'm kind of just waiting for like, you know, Ananta, Azure Premilia, Arknight, Enfield. Like, I think Enfield might be a game that I'm actually going to start putting a bit of time into, which, on that note, we'll be streaming that Thursday, I think. And I'm 99% sure on that, because I don't believe there's any issues with that, so we should be good to go Thursday to stream that. For me, the streams have been buffering. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. They won it a while back. Right, I thought they did. I guess they got the plaques and they're like, oh, thanks. Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, we better announce that. Cheers, guys. I bet they gave that award to Wuthering Waves. And then Wuthering Waves won the game of the year. They won an award at the... Actually, they didn't win. Did they win any awards at the Game of the Year awards now? Did they win anything? I can't remember if they did. They didn't, did they? Or did they? They were all hyped about getting announced anyway. They were all hyped about getting announced. And then them guys are probably sitting there going, yo, we gave you an award? You're gonna fucking mention us? They was probably like, quick, let's make a plaque and mail it them and see if they remember us.
Quite a bit, as well as some other achievements and some kind of like data
I have to come in, leave, and come back to the chat box to work every day. Yeah, that happens to me on mobile. That does a lot, actually.
from some other regions, proving that
No, I don't think they won anything. I was going to say, I
really
didn't,
good,
did they?
especially over on the PS5
But
version, which
Glacio.
just hints at a very successful future for the game. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy it. And also good to game services, my code Kaza, where you can get yourself 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. Because again, they got a really cool flavor at the moment, which I definitely recommend you guys go try out. So yeah, go over there, use code Kaza, and you get 10% off. But let's get back into the video. So pretty much I saw this post on Twitter at some point saying that Wuthering Waves has actually been nominated for a DICE award. Now, this is the 28th DICE award, and if we actually scroll down here on the website, you can see that they've been nominated for one of the awards, which obviously is Mobile Game of the Year. Now, obviously, a lot of people are going to be very worried because of the matchup here. I'll just like move it above my head.
What the fuck is the DICE Awards? DICE Awards? What are they? Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. The 27th Annual DICE Awards. The website's not working. Dude, Chrome's fucked for me at the minute, man. Internet's fine as well. Like 1,000 down, and the page ain't loading. Okay. It's been going on for a while then. Never heard of it though. And this, when he said DICE Awards, I was like, what's this fucking... The Battlefield Awards?
You can see the matchup is Balatro, which, if you don't know, Balatro actually won Mobile Game of the Year at the Game Awards. And then also we got Halls of Torment, Monument Valley 3, I've never even heard of that, Paper Trail.
Online Game of the Year. Marvel Rivals is fire, man.
And also Wuthering Waves. So again, a pretty cool lineup.
When is this award? I feel like having awards like that go into the next year's kind of just like feels off. And I get it, you can get the entire year in there, I suppose. But I feel like December, man. You know, have a cut-off date in mid-November potentially.
Now, obviously, yeah, people are very worried about Balatro because Wuthering Waves are actually nominated for the Mobile Game of the Year in the Game Awards as well, which is another really big award, and they actually lost out as Balatro won this, and Balatro did have a very good year.
So like, even though this isn't massive, if is it by the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences? So I guess it's more prestigious in a sense. Well, I guess it's not because prestige comes with noteworthiness, doesn't it? But still, you know, if it's been around for 27 years as well, you know, it's not spring chicken.
Yeah, as well. So a lot of people are worried that we might not win it, but the difference between the DICE Awards and stuff like the Game Awards is that this is actually the equivalent to like an Academy Award, which I did do a little bit of research on Wikipedia here, and they say that, you know, the DICE Awards, formerly known as the Interactive Achievement Awards, is an annual award show in the video games industry and commonly referred to as a video game equivalent of the Academy Awards, which...
Yeah, I was right, yeah. So it is for the Interactive Arts and Sciences Awards, yeah. Okay.
Don't know what the Academy Awards are. It's the Oscars, you know. The Oscars are pretty, you know, prestigious, and I'm pretty sure it's voted by a lot of like Academy members. So I feel like this is going to be the same way, where it's going to be voted by people who know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but nobody cares about the Oscars. You know, nobody cares about the Oscars, do they? At the end of the day,
who know what a good game is, and I feel like Wuthering Waves does stand a very good chance here because again, you know, all of these games are very good, but I feel like Wuthering Waves has definitely gone above and beyond, especially with Arena Cita as well, which I hope that they do kind of bring into account, because if we think back to some of the Game Award stuff, and also some other awards...
Bro, honestly though, I reckon Balatro will win it again. I think what people need to take into account sometimes, when these awards get took into that, like, these, like, I don't even know how to describe it. The people that tend to vote on these sort of awards, whether they're journalists or whatever, whether they're in the industry or whatever, you know, they have this, I don't know how to say this without sounding like an asshole, this academic superiority complex, you know? So, like, they'll be like, oh, actually, this game actually evokes all these intricate, nuanced emotions, right? Okay, so if you really juxtapose this to the cultural relevancy of things that are going on in 2025 today, this actually evokes emotion beyond belief, you know? And I feel like it might not be just like, but game good? Game good? Is game good? You know? Instead. So, Golden Joystick is smaller but more credible than Game Awards. Housewives ain't going to be picking a We're Up anytime soon, so it's all about the white bread suburbanite boredom and how accessible the mobile games is. Fart smellers then. Yeah, right?
Re-memento and version 2.0 wasn't even considered as part of the actual, you know, game or anything like that because it hadn't been released yet. But I feel like with the release of re-memento, it boosts Wuthering Waves up way more in terms of player satisfaction.
And like, you know, I'm gonna say this as well, man. I definitely do think there is a snobbery, if you will, in the Western sphere when it comes to like awards. You know, whether it be a cultural thing in regards to the countries that they're coming from, or even if it's down to the lack of diversity or perceived diversity of the people making the game and the people in the game sometimes. Like, let's not pretend that this doesn't happen. We know it happens. We know it happens in the West. And these same people are involved in all of these fucking things, you know? This is why sometimes we see a lot of these awards. It's not just this conspiracy that we think it is sometimes. It's just because the people who are voting on a lot of these things just don't think the same way as we do, you know? You know, a lot of their decision making comes down to their political ideology sometimes, their journalistic viewpoint on the world, rather than that, like, yo, this game was sick at the end of the day. Because you got to remember as well, there's a lot of people in the journalist space, in the video game space, they don't play fucking video games. You know what I mean? They write about video games. It's like, it's never going to be a true representative. Best thing to ever do with games. Who gives a fuck about awards, really? Game good, play game. Game bad, don't play game.
And the overall popularity of the game, which I think gives it much more of a chance. And I feel like this is actually one worth winning, you know? It's not one for like all the glory and things. You got the Game Awards, you got like the Gaming on Phone Awards, things like that, which are for like almost like the glory and just bragging rights. So just like, oh yeah, I won that, but
is the Gaming on Phone a bragging rights one though? I never fucking heard of that shit until this year. Or last year, should I say. Any of you lot heard of that? Like, did anyone care about that really? I don't think they did they?
the way. Whereas I feel like the DICE Awards is more like of an in-depth look at what is actually the best game, not just like some kind of like, oh, the players voted for 10% and we had some judges choose because half of them are execs on, you know, PlayStation board. Whereas this actually seems like, you know, they've actually gone through and picked what the best game is, and I feel like Wuthering Waves being a very, very good contender will help itself out there. So again, that's very, very
like, what are these? What's in here? Balatro, Halls of Torment, Monument Valley, Paper Trail. I'm not even going to lie, I've never heard of it. I think I might have heard of Halls of Torment. I haven't heard of these two, though.
Itself out there. So again, that's very, very good, and I hope to hear that, you know...
Again, as well, like, not to be these dudes. Look at the developers, you know? They're all Western as well, aren't they? I think that's going to help it. You know what I mean? Dominic Schneider, Paul Lewitsky, Mara Meinlitz. So I'm guessing these are like, I'm assuming German and Polish maybe. Jennifer Esteris, Emily Brown, John Laws, whatever. And then you got the Chinese game over here, haven't you?
So again, that's very, very good, and I hope to hear that,
people only care about the Game Awards.
Come back with a
I don't give a fuck about any of them.
There's a ton of really cool games on this website overall.
You know when I care is if we're going to get some free pulls. If you get some free pulls, then yes, we definitely deserve to win. Definitely deserve to win. Is there going to be free pulls? Yes. If it's not, Couldn't give a
and
fuck.
in terms of just being nominated, obviously you got like Metaphor, Fantasio, Elden Ring, all the ones that we did see featured at the Game Awards as well, which is really, really good to see.
Free
And it's good to
boots?
see that Wuthering
Free
Waves is actually
boots?
being mentioned alongside these, because obviously for a gacha game, that's a hard thing to do. You don't see many gacha games being nominated for these kind of awards. Obviously Genshin Impact, Honkai Star and Zelda Zone Zero are a little bit of a kind of outlier because, you know, it's Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse have actually managed to grow the game that big, and it feels like Wuthering Waves is finally getting to a close kind of point. Obviously they're never going to be as big as Genshin. They had a big kind
Was
of,
Veil God on there then? Says it all. Says it all. Says it all. You know? Says it all. Right? Says it all. And again, cards on the table. Haven't played the game. Played the other Dragon Age games, Dragon Age Origins, one of my favourite games ever. But I've seen enough of this game to know this isn't the Dragon Age I want to play. And I'm not saying it's a bad game, right? I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I don't think it deserves to be up here, personally. We know why it's up here. We know why it's up here, right? We know why it's up here.
gacha game, that's a hard thing to do. You don't see many gacha games being nominated for these kind of awards. Obviously Genshin Impact, Honkai Star and Zelda Zone Zero are a little bit of a kind of outlier because, you know, it's Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse have actually managed to grow the game that big, and it feels like Wuthering Waves is finally getting to a close kind of point. Obviously then...
All right, let's have a look. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Is that in anime used to... One off IGN? Isn't he off IGN? Surely if he's off IGN, right? Greg Miller, that's it, yeah. He used to be at IGN, right? Greg Miller used to be at IGN, didn't he? All right, what's this? One thing I will say though, it's been around for a long time, which is cool, you know. Well, so we're talking 98. This started, so it's been around, you know, since the heyday of the PlayStation 1. So we got outstanding achievement in animation, outstanding achievement in art direction, Hogwarts Legacy, goated. If I'm honest, yo, I think, yo. Legacy deserves that. Legacy deserves that. In my opinion. Legacy deserves that. That game is exceptional. I don't care what anybody says. This was my game. Game of the year, this game was. That was my game of the year. What was it? When did it come out? Was it 23 or 24? Whatever. It's my game of the year that year. Game is fucking fire. I don't care what anybody says. Absolute top tier game. S tier. I hope we get a sequel. I periodically tweet them on Twitter saying, can I get a DLC, please? Can I get a DLC? I know, dude, Starfield for art direction. That game fucking looks trash, man. It's so generic. You know, really, to me, this game, I guess Star Wars Jedi Survivor, but it's taking Star Wars art style. Marvel Spider-Man 2, okay, maybe Alan Wake, but for me, I feel like Hogwarts Legacy's got to take that, man. Outstanding achievement in character. Baldur's Gate. I don't know because I haven't played Baldur's Gate, but I know there's some good VAs on Baldur's Gate, isn't there? Outstanding achievement in original music composition. Alan Wake, Diablo 4, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Planet of Lana, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Diablo 4 does have some decent music, to be fair. Outstanding achievement in audio design. Cocoon, Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush. I feel like Hi-Fi Rush will win that. Outstanding achievement in story. I feel that's got to be Baldur's Gate, right? Right? I still need to play Dave the Diver. I don't know what the fuck these are. Outstanding technical achievement. The finals is it's got some pretty good technical, I don't know, mechanics to the game, at least, anyway. You know, the destructibility of the game. The finals is fun, man. And if you haven't played the finals, guys, the finals is a good game still. Technical achievement, I don't know, man. I feel like that's probably going to be between Zelda and Spider-Man, probably, isn't he? Although Hogwarts is another game that's actually quite a marvel in that regards as well. Gorgeous game. Action game of the year. Armored Core, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Remnant 2. I haven't played this yet, but Remnant is a fucking sick game. I don't know. I'd probably say this is probably going to come down to between Spider-Man and Armored Core, isn't it? Probably. Adventure game of the year. Alan Wake 2, Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Joe. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't say which. I reckon that'll probably come down to what? Do you reckon? Zelda and Dave the Diver. I don't even know what this Cocoon is, if I'm honest. So I can't even speak on that. Family game of the year. Disney Illusion Island, Fae Farm, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Midnight Girls, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I fucking only know Super Mario's Bros. Wonder there. I don't even know all those other games. Fighting game of the year. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6. I ain't played a fighting game properly for years, so I don't know. Street Fighter. I'll say Street Fighter. Racing game of the year, F-Zero 99, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Lego 2K Drive. Forza's a good game still. Forza's a good game, but I ain't played it for a while, so I don't know. Role-playing game of the year, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. I have brought this, but I still have yet to play. Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16, Starfield. It's got to be Baldur's Gate, right? It's got to be Baldur's Gate, right? Like, Phantom Liberty, I've heard, is a massive, like, improvement on the base game. Like, massive. I feel that's got to be Baldur's Gate 3. And also a lot of the Game Awards faves on here. Is this the Game Awards for the games that didn't win? Maybe I was wrong on everything I said. Maybe this is the Game Awards for people who might actually like video games, maybe. I don't know. The fact that fucking Valgod's on here, though, says a lot. Sports Game of the Year, EA Sports FC 2024, MLB The Show. Yeah, slim pickings in the sports place, isn't it, really? I don't even know. EA Sports, maybe. I do like FIFA, even though I don't FIFA anymore. Strategy Simulation Game of the Year. Against the Storm, Cobalt Core, Dune Spice Wars, The Last Spell, War Tales. Fuck, no clue. No clue. Wouldn't even like to say who's going to win. Let's say Dune. Immersive reality technical achievement. What's this for VR, is he? Asgard's Wrath, Assassin's Creed Nexus VR, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Vertigo 2, We Are One. Fuck knows. Immersive reality game of the year. I don't care. Outstanding achievement for an independent game. Cocoon, Dredge, El Paso, Elsewhere, Thirsty Suitors, Vember. Standing achievement. What the fuck does that even mean? Outstanding achievement for an independent game. What's the category that considers it's an outstanding achievement? And they just like decide, well, this one sold this much, but this one looks pretty. I don't know. This one made me cry. What the fuck? Mobile game of the year. So we got. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, hold on. I thought he said. I thought Wuthering Waves was in here. Wait, what? Is this like last year or something then? Is this last year? I think, right, we've got to be here. It says congratulations to the 27th annual Dice Award finalists. So what are we on now then? Have we been looking at? Oh, here we go. 2025 finalists. Oh, boys. We made a mistake. We made a dire mistake. Lads. Lads. I was wondering that when I saw Hogwarts Legacy on that. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up a second. Second I saw Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I was like, hold up. Wait a minute. Someone ain't right. Yeah, we're on the wrong one. I was going to say, I was like, what? Is Kazza lying to us? Outstanding achievement in animation. Black Ops, Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Neva, Warhammer 40k. A severe lapse in judgment, right? Outstanding achievement in art direction. Black Myth, Indiana Jones, Lego, Plucky Square, Senhua's Hellblade, Senua's Saga, Hellblade. Outstanding achievement in character. 1000X Resist, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Indiana Jones, Indica, Senua's Saga. Jesus Christ, man, words are hard. Outstanding achievement in original music composition. Helldivers, Astrobot. Okay, Star Wars Outlaws. Is that good music? Outstanding achievement in audio design. Frostpunk 2, Helldivers, Monument Valley, Hellblade 2, Still Wakes the Deep. Outstanding achievement in story. Metaphor Fantasia. I was going to say, when I was seeing the lack of Metaphor Fantasia, I was like, wait a minute. So we were not only lost to a game, but one that's a year old. Ouch, that stings. I'm fucking idiot, I am. Idiot. Outstanding technical achievement. All right, let's get down here a second. Fuck all these. Fighting game of the year, Mortal Kombat, Tekken 8, Underdogs, Dragon Ball, Blazing Strike. Racing game of the year, Night Runner's Prologue. Yeah, that kind of looks like Need for Speed 2 Underground. What's Night Runner's Prologue? What's that? What's Night Runner's Prologue?
Night Runners. If you're watching this, you've probably heard of this game before, or at least the demo of it that's currently out on Steam, being hailed as the next big thing, but also having several points of criticism. Let's start with the positive. Obviously, the biggest reason this game has been getting attention is its ludicrous sense of speed and 90s JDM atmosphere. The sense of speed consists of motion blur, camera zoom, and bassy music blasting once you step on the accelerator.
Oh shit.
Speaking of the music, a lot of it is decent.
This looks like it was developed by the same people who make that fucking... what's that shooter game called now? Still Wakes the Deep is good, is he?
But arguably only contains a 90s vibe, not the actual sound of the period. Other than that, most of the sound work is excellent. The game relies on a grungy underworld aesthetic, with the story being rather edgy, but characters speaking to you like they're a 12-year-old, thinking they're hard on Call of Duty by saying fuck every 2 seconds. But does have some references to other
fucking
media as well,
headsets.
such as the Gran Turismo 5 shop music, classic 2000s racing games next to the TV, and Silent Hill 4 Door. Yes, the game has
Dude, I need to
non-foot
get a
sections and
haircut, man.
in-depth and
Come on,
interior
fucking mod.
customization
He's
comparable to that of Midnight Club LA, on
Lads.
top of which is also a custom livery importer.
Lads.
Very nice. Since it's
Getting
a
a bit
demo,
big,
there is
man.
only
It's getting
one
a bit
car,
big.
which is fine. However, the map can get a little weird at times. Looks too dark to see anything with all the extreme lens effects, and the navigation isn't exactly brilliant. One thing the game needs is more places to turn around and perhaps a map with your location actually on it. Luckily, there is fast travel. The
it's
races themselves
dark.
take place during nights in which you have a certain time to challenge opponents. The winning
Yeah, it looks like, I forgot what that game is now. I've got it. It's that shooter game, and it's like meant to look super realistic. Even though this doesn't look realistic, but it's kind of got that like visual style. It just doesn't seem to work with that. Role-playing game of the year, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Dragon Age of Veilguard, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor Fantasia. What do we reckon? You reckon Metaphor's going to take it, or Elden Ring? Elden Ring or Metaphor, right? I feel. Sports game of the year. We should have noticed that when we looked at the football game, shouldn't we? That it said 2024. Yeah, okay. Strategy simulation game of the year. Oh, Balatro's in 2 categories, boys. Caves of Cud. That's supposed to be good, actually, isn't it? That Frostpunk 2. Cheese will be happy about that. Tactical Breach, Wizards, Satisfactory. Satisfactory getting in shit still. Was that like? Did that like 1.0 launch or something this year? Immersive reality technical achievement. Alien Rogue Incursion. Blah blah blah. No one cares about VR games. No one cares about VR games. Outstanding achievement for an independent game. Animal Well Balatro Grun Indica Mouth Washing. What the fuck is this, bro? What is mouth washing? What the hell? I am curious. Okay, Jacksepticeye played it a while back. Can I just see? What the fuck is this? A horror game. I'm not really into horror games, man. I still find them enjoyable. Oh, hold up, yo. I swear that's from Summoner. That looks like the character from Summoner. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not tripping. I love this game.
Room. The pungent. Can I have a room? I'm casting magic missile.
I feel like it is. Love mouth washing. Alright, okay. Alright. I guess. Mobile Game of the Year, Black Troll, Halls of Torment, Monument of Valley 3, Paper Trail, and Wuthering the Waves. Why is he only announced as a producer? Like, why did I get the game director, lead designer, lead producer? They're just like, yeah, it's some dude named Solon. Yeah, that guy. It's a good horror game that got super popular because of some dumb drama. Oh, okay, I've never fucking heard of it. I ain't really into horror games, though, if I'm honest, man. Online Game of the Year. I don't know, man. I feel like it's got to be Marvel Rivals, man. But Helldivers did big things, didn't he? Marvel Rivals is really good, though, man. Really good. But Sony, man, you know? The power of Sony. Outstanding achievement. Fucking hell. If Black Troll wins this, bro. I'm not going to care. Alright, there you go. Alright, cool. No one cares. No one cares. It's not really important, is he? It's not really important. As long as the game's good at the end of the day. Bye, mate. Did I see the new Ryuku vid? Was that the one about the Japan like wooer? I started watching it earlier, but I was doing stuff. I was busy, so I didn't watch you. I will get round to watching it though. Is it a good one? Wait, Hex is streaming on YouTube. Since when does she stream on YouTube? I guess recently. Okay. She's kind of like stopped uploading, hasn't she? I know she's moved. She said she was moving away from Gacha, but like she seems to have stopped uploading altogether. It's like Hex was like proper up and coming content creator, wasn't she? She got 2.0, so just when she thought she got it, they pulled her right back in. Carlotta thinks Rover's meaty small. Go on then.
Hey, do you want to get
What?
food?
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Amelia Mystic _ followed your channel.
Hey Amelia, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome.
Hey, do you want to get some food?
Yeah, totally. Do you want to go to that sandwich shop I was telling you about?
How big are the sandwiches though? Because I'm like starving.
I don't know, like 5 inches.
Oh, so they're pretty small.
What? No, 5 inches isn't small. 5 inches is 5 inches is average.
What? I've literally never seen a sandwich that small.
Well, that's because all the sandwiches you see on the internet are huge. In reality, 5 inches is the norm. 5 inches is the average size. Most are 5 inches.
Really?
Yeah, and in fact, in Asia, the average is like 3 or 4 inches.
Wait, I think I actually knew that.
And besides, you don't want a sandwich to be too big, right? I mean, I've always heard that, anything more than 8 inches is, it actually hurts.
What the hell are you
For
talking
the
about?
sandwich.
Okay, all right, that's good. Probably that guy only covers JP. Twitter excludes all the JP BBS, which are really huge for that community. Who are we talking about? Yeah, Ryuku. I don't know. I like Ryuku though. I think she only really covers dramas, but she did. Yeah, she was like doing a lot of gacha side drama though, wasn't she? Like, I won't say even so much drama, like reacts. Let's say like that. Say like that because I'll do it as well. So it's not drama. It's not. I promise. No, but yeah. She's. I remember saying something about she was like gonna move to like doing more like psychology based content because I think like I don't know if she said like she got a major in psychology or that's like a background working in like the psychology sphere, if you will. As we get more popular, the videos get weirder and weirder. Yeah, dude, it's expected, isn't it, man? As he breaks out the niche, It's fine if he wants to cover drama if he's doing it correctly. I don't know. I ain't watched the video. I don't know what it's about, to be fair. I saw your game. You seems professional to me. Do I? Do I seems professional to you? What game? What game? What game? What game is professional to you? Game seems professional to you. Did you see the Lumi airstrike video? I didn't know. I didn't. What's that? Hold up. I can't watch this on stream, can't I? Okay, when I type Lumi airstrike, Ukrainian mall airstrike. What's it called? And it's good and a bad thing because it was popular, drowning out the more stale, back and forth the same. Yeah, there's a negative and a positive, isn't there, for growth? Obviously growth comes, I guess for us more players to the game, more money to the game, potentially better content, more content. But as you say, more eyes, more drama, more bullshit, right? Bullshit. Like anything, isn't it, man? More money, more drama. Dooby-dooby-doop-a-doop. Yeah, today's stream's been a bit of a disaster though, guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me though, because that's kind of all we've done today. We just I know we do that kind of every day. We've there's been no structure. We haven't really had set things that to get through that I wanted to get through. I've not been able to farm any content for video, so fucking don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. It's called Air Combat in Wua. Alright, let's have a look at this. Is your Air Combat in Wuthering Waves? This one here? Man. Yeah, this one. Alright, let's have a look at this one. Okay. I mean. Air Combat in Wuthering Waves, right?
We need air support, and we need it now. Rolling strike package Bravo on
No target.
Okay, yo, let me re-roll that. Let me re-roll that. That was good. Let me re-roll that.
We
Okay.
need air support, and we need it now.
Rolling
Oh,
strike
shit.
package Bravo on unknown target. I authenticate
That
Tango
adorable
Whiskey
face.
at Time 0300 Zulu.
Oh shit, there's an army of Loomies. Let's go.
Go whiskey.
What's this? The Royal Air Loomy Force? The Royal Loomy Force?
I
I don't know.
authenticate Tango Whiskey at Time 0300 Zulu.
Attention all aircraft. This will be a danger close fire mission.
Weapons, I'm just gonna call from Falcon Ops. Who's closer to kill box 1 Alpha?
Send Hawk, sir.
Okay, send the Hawks over to kill box 1 Alpha. It's a danger closer than
Switch the
300
Hogs
feet.
to Killbox 1 Alpha, 300 feet, danger close.
Friendlies in the area.
Fucking Warlock, man.
Roger 1, going in now.
Okay, that's sick. Okay. This is actually legit. I like this. I love the fact that the silenced pistols in the background as well. Let's go. Loomy coming in like the AC-130, man. You know? Danger close. Just need to switch to the 30mm now and just start decimating things.
Your status. Sir, we're tracking a special ops team under fire in Qatar. They say they're survivors of the base attack.
Survivors.
I've never seen this in my life. Need gunships on station ASAP.
Predators come.
What did that say? What did that say? Corn 2 requesting Luke. Ground troop requesting air support. Corn 2 to airbase requesting a nuke on target. Corn 2 requesting nuke. Name's Danjin's feet, you know. What the hell?
Predators coming up in a minute.
Linking the call to the nearest AWAC.
Predator ETA, 2 minutes.
Okay, I like these. I love these actually. This is great. Yes, Cammy coming in with the fucking Moab.
What is that?
Squeaky, you're the best.
Good hit. Nice one. That was actually dope. That was actually dope. That was. I really like that. Dude, I don't know what it was, man. This sent me straight at the start, this did. This actually sent me. As soon as we saw it, like, pan around a little cute face, that just sent me.
We need air support, and we need it now.
Rolling strike package.
Dude, I don't know why that got me so much. Let me move my cameraman so you guys can see that properly. That's just fucking brilliant. That's cinema. Cinema. Absolutely cinema.
We need air support, and we need it now.
Rolling strike package Bravo on unknown target. I authenticate Tango Whiskey at Time 0300 Zulu.
Attention all aircraft. This will be a danger close fire mission.
Weapons, I'm just gonna call from Falcon Ops. Who's closer to kill box
Oh
1
my
Alpha?
god.
Hawk, sir.
Okay, send the Hawks over to kill box 1 Alpha. It's a danger closer than
It's just perfect. It's Loomy as well. It's just perfect. You know what I mean? Everything about it's perfect. The face, everything. It just works perfect. Obviously, a character as well. What you can do, but it just works perfectly. These does. Let me link you guys. It's in chat actually. I'll link it to you. I'll pop it in chat so you guys can check it out yourselves as well. I'm gonna subscribe to that channel, man. Banger, absolute banger. Cinema. So I've got to watch this again. I've got to watch this again because this was cinema. This was absolute cinema.
We need air support, and we need it now.
Rolling strike package Bravo on unknown target.
I don't know why that gets you so much. It's just perfect. I love it.
This will be a danger close fire mission.
We're gonna watch it again. We're gonna watch it again. I love the fact that somebody's called Danjin's feet as well. Let's go. Man of culture. A man of culture.
friendlies in the area.
Friendlies in the area. The silenced pistol shots as well.
Your status. Sir, we're tracking a special ops team under fire in Qatar. They say they're survivors of the base attack.
Survivors.
I've never seen this in my life. Need gunships on station ASAP.
Predators.
Corn 2 requesting air support.
Coming up in a minute.
Linking the call to the nearest AWAC.
Cammy coming in with the big guns. Lumi started it. Cammy came to end it. Absolute cinema. That was quality. That was quality. I'm glad you showed me that actually. I swear that is that freaking oh, I forgot his name now from The Walking Dead. What is that? What is that? Alright, W. Alright, W video. That was a good one. I like that one. I like that one. Air combat in Wuthering Waves, man. If you're ever in co-op, guys, and you need the heavy guns, man, call in a friendly Lumi. She will have you back. She'll have you back. Yo, what's going on, Asian Organism Hunter? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. Even though Asian's been in a bunch of times, I see the same, Charlie. I always read it as that as well. It's my bad. I'm cooked as well, you know, you're here, because that's what my eyes see. My eyes see that shit, I'm telling you. Not gonna lie, a team of fully built Loomies would destroy. I like that, man. That was sick. That's the sort of quality H2 we like. It's H2O we like to see. That is. My throat's shredded again, guys, as well, man. Like laughing's fucking. My voice is just breaking when I'm laughing. That was good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like it. Oh, mate. We gotta go back to Jinzhou for the daily. No flights. We have no air support now, boys. But no air support. Not you. Oh, I'm not into you for ages. Oh, whoop. No fly zone, right? No fun zone.
Wind against my vines.
I'm glad I didn't go for Looney though. Turns out she's a shithead teenager too. I see what Kuro's trying to do. Wait, what? How old's Lumi then? Because if this is the case, fucking Kuro need investigating, man. You know? Lumi's in a teen, Lumi's an adult. I think in the server they expressly put Lumi in the teen description. Yeah, but does that mean like... I don't know, man. Oh, yeah.
Would you like a fun game? Between the two?
So what's their description of a teen?
The horizon.
She's 20. She's just turned 20. She's 19, 20. Because like... Yang's in the... See, is it just like they're considering it as like adult, teen, child body type? But it doesn't necessarily mean them as that. It refers to body type. I think it refers to body type. She's an adult, but have you ever seen an adult? She's an adult. Have you seen a short adult before? Never. Like, come on, because if Kuro were cooking up something diabolical as that, bro, like, come on. Yo, you know? I start pulling on the belly bed. Nope, never. I've never seen anyone under 6 foot in my life. Me neither. Never. I'm a teen. And if she didn't have that Scottish accent, I think she was a corn-fed Midwestern girl. It was easier to tell when a kid is a goddamn kid. No reason to be playing that tiptoe game. Oh yeah, but there is that, like, we ain't gonna get into the conversation anyway, okay? Alright. If no specific age was disclosed and they look like that, they should be treated as 18 plus, in my opinion. Yeah, but then, you know, that defense has not helped some men in clubs. You know? Anyway. We'll step back from this convo and we'll look at our pity. Okay. Halfway there. We're like, what? 21 off soft pity. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, problem if it not. I'll tell you what, enemy gets around that shit sometimes, don't they? I'm like, look at this clearly 8-year-old girl. Oh, by the way, she's 350 years old. And then they're a little bit weird with it, like. It's like, let's see what you're doing here. Everybody sees what you're doing here. You know? Everyone put adult female in their survey, no males anytime soon. Right? I think it all depends on how well Brant sells. But then again, though, like, my thinking is, if Brant sells really well, maybe in their head, then they think, oh, if we're a little bit more few and far in between when it comes to, like, good-looking male characters, maybe the banner will do really well. Because people are thirsting for, like, a good male character. Listen to the Fob for Tanari request. Wait, what? Did not tell me. Did Fob put that in? Did Fob put that in? No. Really? Alright, what's he doing? What's he doing? Let's go to our dailies. Let's go to our dailies. Yo, Fob be welding out sometimes, man, I'm telling you. Do be welding out sometimes. Really? Oh yeah, it's kind of funny though. Well, let's go get some echoes. But I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's get some we'll try, and then we'll do some, maybe do some tacit fields. Bro wants femboys in We Were So Bad. Like, how would they do that though? Like, would they just obviously look like a girl and have like a deeper voice? Or they're gonna go and give them like a bulge and everything? You know? I think I've noticed as well. Haven't you guys noticed that sometimes the height in which you can fly is a little bit inconsistent sometimes? Or is that just me?
Wind against my vines. The lovely smell of all my prey. Let's have fun.
Ask them all for it. And give me big titty fooders.
Vitality sour.
You know, it's 2025, you know. Depends on if the slope and if enemy. Oh, I know, obviously, if enemies are targeting you. But I'm noticing, like, sometimes it's just like. I'm just like, it doesn't always feel entirely consistent, like.
My blossoms, self-deceivers.
It's probably me, though, because it probably is. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, straight up, man. I love baiting you like that. Definitely. Did you regen? Oh, yeah, yeah. It's not an issue with flying. I've just noticed that sometimes I'm like... I'm just like, you know, he doesn't kick in, and then other times it's just like... Again, like I say, it's probably just on me. It doesn't feel entirely consistent. It's probably like Charlie says, it's probably just the gradient of the land you're on, so to speak. Sometimes you know, there's some potential clipping going on somewhere as you jump into the air or something. Maybe it just stops it like I don't know. No big deal. Oh, there she is. Where the fuck have gone then?
Crimson Blossom.
Pro targeting both male and female demographic with this one, right? You got male or female characters? Both. At the same time.
The lovely smell of all my prey.
Bitch. I'm into that dive bomb in the skill now. I'm nearly drowning in shallow water, am I? That's good. Oh, like that, you know. Arrow damage bonus on the Glacio set. Love it. Love it. Love it. Give me more. Give me a Spectro. Give me a Spectro. Him. Yeah, I forgot about our weeklies. We'll do some tacit fields and some forgeries. Daily quests. Let's go absorb another echo. Uncle's doing the butterfly stroke, you know. Hi guys.
The lovely smell of all my prey.
Sorry to interrupt.
Crimson Blossom. Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers.
There's only two over there as well, that little Are you drunk, Rich?
Let's have fun. Keep dancing.
Frozen blockade.
Reborn from ancient roots.
What you got for me? Fusion damage. That wasn't even the Glacio set there, so not too mad about that because that'll probably be good for Actually, what do we reckon is going to be a good set for Branty boy? If he, especially if he's going to be a main DPS.
Don't run. Keep the dance going.
Should have performs in combat, I'll drop her in the drink and make her swim back to camp. Type breaking courage, that's what I'm thinking. To be fair, I've been getting a couple of them, so hopefully with my pain of farming for Carlotta, you know, I'll make it a little bit easier for the others when they come out. You know, that's the hope anyway.
Wind against my vines. Found ya. Well, please don't disappoint me.
If you look at the forecast for that new energy set we got, I think Brad will be running in. I didn't even look at that one actually, to be honest.
Loading. In war with time.
Stay behind me. Frozen blockade.
Reborn from ancient roots.
So that's the reason why Carlotta's flight's happening so high. She's tiny, so the wings are bigger on her and she doesn't weigh as much. She's catching some of that updraft.
Crafting sucker.
Got them bird bones. Oh, died staring at the wall, man.
Unexpected discovery.
Nah, not as good as found ya. Who needs to die for this? Wait, what?
Found ya. Found ya. Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers.
Can't put those wings on and sink like a lead balloon.
Well, please
That
don't
was sick.
disappoint me.
Looked like she slapped it open then.
A little treat.
Oh, fuck.
Wind against my vines. The lovely smell of all
Wind
my
against
prey.
my vines. I'm going totally the wrong way. 'Cause I'm stupid.
Vitality sour.
Come on.
Let's have fun. Just around.
Stay behind me. Like frigid death.
Reborn from ancient roots.
Did you regen? Why not? Why not? Why not? It's like, why would I want Glacio as a main stat on a Glacio set? Stupid if you ask me. Hey, why would you want that? Don't get me wrong, I'd probably benefit from an attack at the moment, but I think it's my I can't remember if it's my Glacio, it's my forecast. It's fucking got a really good crit roll on the higher end where everything else is trash. Because it... let's have a look actually.
I alone will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
Yeah, see, I got a decent crit damage roll, which is pretty nice, and everything else is shit really apart from resonant skill. And it's kind of a low roll on resonant skill, isn't it? What's the... where are we? What's the high for because I always forget this. Skill. 11.6. So it's like a mid-low, isn't it, that then? I don't know why everything's opening up on my third monitor. It's because you're opening on all pictures of titties or anything, isn't it? You're banned. So I got a Glacio damage bonus here, but then we got like energy regen, crit damage, alright. Attack, alright. Resonant skill, attack, good, yeah, but these don't care. You know, we got crit rate, crit damage here. Rest of it, attack's alright. Resonant skill, okay. Crit damage, okay. Attack, okay. Not the worst, not the worst. Yeah, like, if we could just get a crit rate off and get some Glacio bonus with some good crit rate, I'll be happy. But at the moment, I can't get shit in regards to let echoes. Let echoes. I didn't realise my crit damage at 288, but I've got a weapon though. Looks after Thenodian Resonator Law Drop. People suspecting Geshulin is going to come back as one. Interesting. Because yeah, like, actually, interesting though. What's the potential of a... Because there's that conversation's going on now, isn't it, with the Holy Maiden? Is she the Resonator for the Thenodian or the Imperator or both? Maybe Rand turns the R into damage somehow. No clue why they would make that set for him. Well, yeah, it does really. By proxy, doesn't it? Because you get your... It's like I like to run energy regen, obviously, for Concerto as well. I know it doesn't directly affect your Concerto, but by getting off your Resident Lib, you know, increases your Concerto as well, doesn't it? It most likely appear when we return to Huanglong eventually. Yeah, probably. If they're going to bring him back, it would make sense to bring him back in Huanglong, wouldn't he? You know, if he didn't see him die, you know that means inanimate, right? Right? Yeah, fucking... Even if he's dead, like... Look at this game in regards to, like, we've already seen divergent timelines. We're seeing, you know, time being messed with and everything as well. So like, they've got plenty of ways. Look at you. You just sleep in a pocket universe somewhere, chilling with Perro. Really good range for air attacks between what? 18 and 2300, isn't it? Somewhere around about there. So, like, you know, someone like that, Neo, would be great because that's a way to bring characters back in, isn't it? You know, like, is if we go back and, you know, Guess Who gets brought in and we do lean into the run up to that being a lot of time spent with Gian or even as Gian, it would be a lot more impactful, wouldn't it? She got to do some tacit, Phil. She got to do some tacit, Phil. I've still got to do what's it as well. Where is he? I need to do this fucker at 6. Actually, I wasn't struggling, but I did die a couple of times trying to do difficulty 6 on this sentry fucker face. Just kept fucking up. It was on me, like, you know what I mean? Just kept fucking up. This dude actually wasn't hard. I do admit this dude wasn't hard. Like, obviously, up to 5 piece really. Shot through this dude. Struggled, well, died a couple of times on 5. Cleared that. 6 just didn't feel that hard at all, if I'm honest. This one though, I've been I don't want to say struggling, but you know, I've had a couple of wipes trying it the other night. I haven't really locked in though. Did you guys see that Rachia C6 gives an unlimited bouncy for 12 seconds and turns into a D? Somebody was mentioning that earlier. Because they were saying like she's going to be really a power creep for Camilla, but I was like, she still is a sub DPS. Because people, it was Blaze was saying earlier that the kit's changed for Rachia, yeah. I don't know how true that is though. Jin already gave his seed to this rover, not much else left to do. I just like, you know, I don't know. However, guess who does get introduced into the game. So I'm assuming it's going to happen. I know it seems too obvious for it not to. Too obvious for it to happen. You know? Almost like they'll subvert our expectations. Dude's got to be involved, right? Even if we don't ever get to play him, we've got to meet the guy. Like, what was the fucking point otherwise? You know? We saw him, you know, in that cutscene that they did, that little video they did as well. It mentioned, it wasn't just like mentioned as like, oh, this dude did this thing before and that's it. It's like there was too much emphasis put on the dude, you know, in his design, everything, the look of him, his weapon and all that. It's just like, this guy's either got to fight him or he's going to be involved in the story or he's going to be playable. I just feel like he's got to be playable, right? The male characters are like rarer, so it's like when you've got a male character that you know everybody's wanting to get their hands on, why wouldn't you cook that up for the audience? We need more human bosses like Scar. I agree. Because, like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, straight up, I agree. Bro soloed the Overfrax while Jam was too busy being a pussy. It's like, I said this before, like, I'd love to see us, obviously I'd like to see us fighting the characters in game, but like, in regards to like the chibis, I'd like to see the chibis, use the chibis in like a turn-based mode where like you know, you can fight other resonators in the game and stuff, because like, I would like to see us fighting other resonators more, rather than just monsters. No, it's like, it's been Scar, Tacits, and then Fraxidus, isn't it, really? And Exiles. It's like, I do want to human boss is a little harder to follow because they're so small in comparison. I would like that too. Yeah. Like, you could do it like, say, I don't know, to be a bit fucking too samey then if you had them like transform or something, but like, there could be some good content for fucking things like holograms, couldn't he? You know, some like fucking fast, hard hitting, small hitbox character. I get what you're saying though. What if they drop Frolova and Scar in the same patch? Ooh, yo. I bet people would be pissed if that happened. People would be pissed. Pokemon Gate. Yeah, we've mentioned this before, actually, Wonga. I'll be down for that. Yeah, I love the chibi stuff. I do, Neo. I fucking love it, man. What does it need to do? Passive villager. Let's go. I get shit out of these as well. Yeah, fuck all. I don't think I've got a Glacio. I'll drop once out of this fucking field.
The lovely smell of astral modulation. Yay.
Stay behind me. Frozen blockade.
Reborn from ancient roots. Struggle harder. Entertain me. Vitality sour. Keep trying.
Oh, fuck face. Who do you think you are, bro?
Ordained.
They have a... There's a lot less waves as well now, yeah. It feels like there is anyway. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, defense. Aero, great. Spectral, love it. It's on the spectral set. Energy regen. Oh my god! We got a Glacio, guys! We got a Glacio! That's rare as fuck. Electro, awesome. Spectral on a Spectral, okay, can't be too mad about that. Spectral on a Spectral, can't be too mad about that as well. Okay, we actually got a Glacio, boys. Fucking hell. Maybe I need to do this shit more on stream, because that did not happen once at all last 2 days.
Loading. I engraft you new.
Yay. Stay behind me. Shackles be gone.
You know what? I'm actually kind of looking forward to playing Final Fantasy X again later. I fucked up my rotation then.
My blossoms.
Yeah, Pokemon mode for Echoes would be fire though, dude. I choose you, Tempest Mephis.
Vitality sour. Struggle harder. Entertain me. Oath from the heart.
Calstrad just loves doing murder. Itchy chest. Attack. Electro damage bonus. Love it. I love getting electro damage bonus on a Glacio set. And again, yeah, love it. Awesome. Brilliant. Great. Thanks. Oh, aero now. Oh, great, man. Oh, thanks. HP. Brilliant. Brilliant. Love it. Brilliant. Oh, great, man. Great. And one matching set. Fucking brilliant, that is.
At your disposal.
Yeah.
Loading.
I haven't used any of the new nightmares.
In war with time.
How is it you go about getting the nightmares, actually? I don't even know.
Stay behind me. Like frigid death.
Dude, I'm just retarded with my rotations. He's that little. I keep jumping on top of him.
Keep the dance going.
Check the quest section in the menu. Alright, nice one.
Vitality.
I ain't in any rush to do it right this second, but just so I know. Well, thank you. Thank you. Do all the echo challenge in the... Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll get round to you.
It's getting the struggle harder.
It's a Dream Control one. Oh, okay.
Leave it to me.
Cheers, lads.
Astral modulation.
Yeah, I've been a bit lackluster on them things, to be fair. I saw these are the real quests. I still haven't got round to doing Parlock's companion quest, actually. I was planning to do it today, but... Yeah, today happened. I had to upload my video twice earlier, and then it took me, like, ages to get the stream started because the relay thing was being a fucking pain in the ass. Yeah, it's just one of them days today, so if I do double dip tonight, then maybe we'll do it after, but I kind of feel like playing Final Fantasy X later. I'm not even gonna lie. Shit, the rest gone to my backpack. Back. Defense. Yeah. Trash anyway. Trash anyway. Yeah, whatever, bro. Yeah, baby. I've purged all my defense, man. I've purged all the defense. Oh, shit. When don't you merge echoes? That's how I speed run my new builds. Dude, I've tried. I'll need to do more of it, but I have genuinely, I've been bashing out merging. I just can't seem to get Glacios on the new Glacio set. It's just like, it's insane how bad it is for me at the minute. It's actually kind of frustrating, to be fair. Like, no joke. Can you unlock them in all in one go as well, or do you have to do it individually? Is there a way to do them all together? Hey, can we have the option to get double rewards in taxi fields? Is that a thing now? As far as I'm aware, yeah? Yeah, no, I didn't realise that was built up, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah? Why? I don't know, Neil. Why you haven't been able to? Yeah, dude, even on a merging. Let me just clear this off a second, because I didn't realise I'd built them fucks up. Oh, man, I've got too many fucking built shit now. I'm just gonna have to delete, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, dude, I was clicking on them then, and I was like, oh yeah, I've actually built them up. Look at some main HPs if you've got any. Yeah. And what do we reckon fucking Phoebe's gonna be, man? Yeah, I was thinking about getting rid of a bunch of my lingering tunes. I don't know, actually. I'll have a look in a second. I was thinking about merging my lingering tunes, if I'm honest. Actually, you know what? Let's do that first. So I was just contemplating that, but I was going to get rid of some main stats. Oh, I got a decent amount. I didn't think I had this many. Watch. People use a new spectral set. No, I'm more thinking what you're going to scale off. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking what you're going to scale off. You know what I mean? So I'm assuming she's just going to... my assumption is, I've got nothing to back this up, is that I'm hoping that she's going to be new best in slot for Jinxie, maybe? Considering, you know, Zheji's... Even though Zheji wasn't built for Jinxie, you know, she's been kind of like the support role for sub DPS for Jinxie. She's kind of been stole by Carlotta now. I'm thinking, like, is she going to come in as the best in slot for Jinxie? Or, like, I was like, well, what if she's a healer? I don't think she's going to be. Because I feel like that Holy Maiden's going to be. I use lingering tunes on Cal. She's already been confirmed to be Spectral, right? Yeah, she's Spectral, yeah. I'm more thinking like, what's her right? Is she going to be a sustain or is she going to be sub DPS? I don't think she's going to be a DPS. You know, I feel like she's going to be built yeah, I would imagine she's going to use that new set. Like, maybe is she going to be like some sort of sub DPS, maybe? She may very well, but yeah, true. She just doesn't scream main DPS, you know what I mean? Fuck it. I don't mind farming these if I need to at some point. See, attack's not too bad. I don't mind attack, because if you have to, like, you know, I'd rather go double Glacio, but I don't mind going Glacio attack, if I'm honest. On my 3 costs, but I want a good Glacio, because my Glacio that I've got's not great at the minute. Kind of just, yeah. Kind of just, dealing with it. Fucking trash. What did I get in here? Havoc, awesome. Yeah, it's either Spectral or Havoc constantly on this fucking thing. Dude, I've got to eat your chest, man. I've got fucking fleas or something. Alright. This one you were on about, yeah, these Dream Patrols. Hola, Echo. I've still got a bunch of quests to do, man. I'm kind of glad. Fucking hell. I am glad, though, at leaving some stuff to do. Because, like, the second part of this patch now, you know, obviously I know we're going to have new events. I've got loads of stuff to do, man. So I'm kind of glad about doing that. I don't mind doing more of, like, doing a bit of farming there, doing some map stuff. And then, you know, I've got some stuff to then, like, keep myself busy. You know what I mean? That's true, man. It is hard to say with Kuro, isn't it, really? Like, to me, she looks like she should be a healer, but I don't think she's gonna be. I feel like she's gonna be, like, best in slot for Jinsey. But again, like you say, she might come rocking through with some fucking main DPS. Which would be kind of funny if she is. You know, she doesn't scream main DPS, does she? But it'd be fucking jokes if she comes through and she just hits like a fucking tornado, like, just fucking everybody up. Just like how cute she is as well and innocent she is. And she's just out here doing numbers. I wish you could double tap that, man. Yep. I need to start doing this stuff more on stream because I've got more Glacios in the last 15 minutes than I have in the last few days, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Anyway, let me get back to doing some of this, and I don't want to just spend time farming, man, because it pisses me off. Let's go do some forgeries. She gotta do some forgeries. She gotta do some forgeries, guys. She's gotta do some forgeries, shall we? Go do forgeries. Let's go. I do because I really like the mech slag attack for groups. It avoids some of the issues associated with Void Thunder. Bunch of wankers. How's it going, cheese? How you doing, lad? How you doing? I haven't found this one yet, have I? That world quest, that big world quest near here somewhere, isn't it? Tassie Fields can't save me from getting cooked by the one cost RNG. It's pain, innit? It's pain, man. As I say, man, like when people like argue, and I'm like, you know, there's no issues with the ecosystem. I'm like, Hey, yo, if you're fine with it, fine. Well, come on. Come on. It's rough out here. It's rough out here, man. Oh, this is gorgeous. I've never been in this. Oh my fucking god, this is stunning. I've never been to this one. G fucking G, Coral. God damn. Man, they did not need to cook this hard, did they? Holy shit. It's the first time I've been to this tacit. This forgery. Holy bejesus. This is a stunning ass instance, isn't it? Yo, dude, for real, dude. Like, I literally had somebody say that to me earlier. Oh, it could be worse. You know, it's just like, I'm not playing those games though, man. So I don't give a fuck how bad they are. I'm playing this game, and I don't like it. Not that I don't like the system, but the system's fundamentally skewed at the minute. And it seems to be exacerbated in this update, if I'm honest.
Stay behind me. Shackles be gone.
I don't know if it's because of the smaller pool of freaking echoes or what. Numbers have been tweaked. What do you think with the smaller pool of echoes? You'd be more likely to get what you want, I would have thought. I don't know.
Crimson Blossom.
I don't need any forgery stuff anyway. Let's just do it for the daily. I don't want to waste anything on forgeries at the minute. Yeah, but this is stunning though, this is. So I hate that argument, you know, whenever you criticise anything in Wuthering Waves and people go, but it's better than Genshin. I don't want to play Genshin, so shut the fuck up. Could be worse.
In war with time. Yay.
Stay behind me. Lotus pervade.
I broke my leg. Could be worse. Could have been both. Can you still, wank? Okay, right. Get absolutely, hooked out there, man.
Feed my
You're so good with you.
Self-deceivers.
Bet they changed the ratio for it. Yeah, I've noticed I'm getting a lot of defense as well. A lot of defense. I put in the survey to add more one-cost tassi fields. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Man, what a pain in the ass. I had to machine wash my mouse pad. Trying to wash it by hand just results in mud.
Astral modulation.
Oh, I just noticed that titties wobbling. I've not noticed that before.
Stay behind me. Frozen blockade.
Slipping.
Sprout of budding seeds. Let's have fun. Don't run. Keep the dance going.
Why do I keep doing that? Yeah, I do think they need some tweaks for this update in that regard. I just feel like all the issues that with echoes, it just seems a bit exacerbated at the moment. And I don't even mean from like your substat perspective. It just makes that feel worse because it's harder to get them any of the main stats that you need. So like then you get to actually doing your rolls and then it's like, fuck, you get. It's one thing if you got plenty of things to waste, but then when they make that pool feel smaller, it's yeah, man. It's
I engraft you new.
struggling with my 3 costs at the minute.
Like frigid death.
Not that I'm that bothered though, I guess, because I could get a million of them and I'll still roll shit rolls. It is what it is. It is what it is, you know? Used to be one of those XXL lighty uppy 1-2 RG strip around, but one of those bulbs blew, so it became useless for that. You're all RGBs, I think you need. I really want to get a 5090, man, but like I know I don't, because I know like the price, you know, for values at the minute is just like ridiculous. But then I'm like,
Shackles be gone.
I really would like one. And as soon as I showed Rosie a video, she was like, "You ain't getting a new PC."
Keep the dance going.
I know. I don't believe Nvidia though. I don't believe them. They said that about the 4070, didn't they? And it was lies. I keep threatening to buy my wife an RGB toy, but she keeps telling me to go fuck myself. What am I rocking? I got a 4090 at the minute. It's like I've got no need to upgrade. Because to be fair, I'm playing mostly gacha games, so at the moment it's not like I need one.
Leave it to me. Loading. In war with time.
Stay behind me, like frigid death.
Keep missing. 5090 works actually. I'm not sure why normally wouldn't. I think you underestimate my desire for FPS. You know, I can't help myself. I'm not really a technophobe, like, you know, or whatever you call it. You know, I'm not like the person that's like, oh, I don't have to have the newest phone. I've got an A53. You know, I don't have to like spend a lot of money on things like TVs, clothes, or anything like that. But I do like myself a nice rig. You know, even if it's overkill. Yeah, at the minute, I've got no desire to get one. Because the 5090 is like what, 2K? 5070 is a decent price, but I don't believe the numbers. I don't believe them until I've seen people getting real, you know, real life work out of them and doing videos. I don't believe you. I'll have a 4060 and run everything on max. Last year for at least 5 years. The 50 series cards are trash from what I've been seeing. They're all about leveraging AI to look more powerful than they are. Well, this is a problem, isn't it, man? This is the thing with frame generation. This is, again, like, this comes into this whole stuff that I was on about with Unreal Engine before, man. You know? I think we're living in a gimped gaming world, man, because I don't know why. I don't know what the fucking desire is. I don't know if it's designed to push costs. It's all like everybody getting together to push fucking bullshit fucking power-hungry systems that we don't necessarily need because we could have a lot more efficient engines. Man customises his PC just like people do guns at home, cars, guns, and homes. For real. All I want is an RTX 3060 Ti. Yeah, see, like, I've got a 13900K. You know, I've got like, you know, me RGB RAM. Listen, this is how much of a fucking watch it I am. You know, on my older PC, I got liquid cooled RAM, right? Okay, so that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. I've got liquid cooled RAM, okay? So, on the fucking, you know, on the mark, basically. On the mark. You know? I'm the guy they see coming a mile off. $1080 cards goated, man. 970 and the 1080 goated. Yeah, but the RAM didn't have A. My liquid cooled RAM's actually RGB, actually. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're talking to cheese. Okay. Still, I want to put that out there. To be fair, I need to clean my streaming rig, man. It's fucking... I don't think I've got any pictures of you. You can see me, me RGB liquid cooled RAM. Doesn't do anything. It's basically a go faster stripe, pretty much. You know? It's pretty much what it is. It's equivalent to painting a stripe down the side of your car. Sounds cool, though. Sounds cool, right? You know? Sounds cool, man. So when you go, yo, I got liquid cooled RAM. It's like, woo, that sounds cool. Don't do nothing. She was only 3K, is it? I think I'm only at 6,200, I think. Can't remember actually, no. Alright, boys, anyway, I'm gonna have to call it. It is 25 to 5, and I have got... You know, I've got... You think fucking getting Glacio main stats a problem? Getting fucking from Rosie's work, from my house to Rosie's work, without there being 15 different sets of temporary lights because they're digging the roads up harder, trust me. So yeah, I am gonna start pulling as well soon because we got just short of 14k asteroids to pull, but I want to get a little bit deep. I want to get close to that soft pity, you know? I want to get close to that soft pity, man, because I've got a feeling we're gonna lose our 50-50. I've got a feeling we're gonna lose our 50-50. And I don't know if I'm quite ready for it. I don't know if I'm quite ready for it, boys. So I do appreciate you coming through. Absolute pleasure as always, boys. Guys, if you haven't checked out the video I did upload today, go check it out. Watch it entirely and maybe 2 or 3 times as well. If any ads pop up as well, watch the ads as well. You know, give it a like, all that good stuff. Share it to your nan. I'm sure she'll enjoy it. And I will catch you guys probably tomorrow now. FYI, I should be live on Arknights Enfield on Thursday. So that should be some fun. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, if I don't see you at all later on, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you later. You know.